as a rule of thumb, would you kula raw?
I've cooled raw.
First date.
It's like you cooler with protection for the first 2 rounds.
Is there a condom that doesn't feel like a condom?
No. The only condom that doesn't feel like a condom is called a dry.
Dry.
A condom which doesn't feel like a condom. Because you go in dry. You know, guys say when you die, get out of your body, your senses are amplified like 1,000,000,000%.
But what's weird is this is all inside you, and what you're seeing is the reality in front of you in another dimension.
Maybe you're seeing now with your spiritual eyes.
Do you have questions you want answered?
I wonder why I'm the only one in my family who don't have kids.
So you take those 2 questions, and as you take the mushroom, you keep asking yourself that.
How long does that last?
About 6 hours.
Damn!
It's fine. We just record offline. So we're recording. You guys can hear me, Cindy?
Yeah.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Mic check.
What up?
Bash, I like the way you worn the gloves. Huh?
Yeah, man. I feel.
To on Eric's episode, we were saying Mortal Kombat for podcasters. So, like Mwaf against Kisiangani.
Are we on the same weight class?
You see, would you jump a Mwaf?
No, I think I should be in the same weight class with Ian the Young.
Between you and Ian, I might have you.
You might?
Like 6 months to train, I have you winning that fight.
Oh, for real, huh?
Yeah, who would Bash fight?
But anyone, you guy.
Bash.
Give me knee. Mariah. Mic check podcast.
That would be an unfair fight.
That would be a fair fight.
I would pay to watch that.
Yeah.
I would pay to watch that. Eric was saying me and Moas.
You and Moss.
Yeah.
No, but you love...
the winner
you'll
gets
wipe
a dildo.
the ring with Moss. Take it, Moss. Leave my hair. This guy is using my hair as a mop.
But who would Bash fight? Like, I'm thinking.
In terms of like podcasters in Kenya?
Yeah, podcasters.
Owen.
Who's Owen?
Owen is that guy for Sandwich Podcast. Do you know Sandwich Podcast?
Yeah, I know Tony.
Yeah, the other guy now. The guy who breathes like this.
Not anymore. He's lost a bit of weight.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the guy who used to breathe like this.
Yeah.
No, so I noticed that I went on Eric's Bros podcast, Let the Cake Bake Kevo. And when I was talking, do you guys do that? I'm not sure if it was the audio that was capturing it, but it was every time I talk.
You're losing breath. Huh?
Did you just
Did
press
Eric have some of that cake?
What do you think about that? Eric and Kevin doing separate podcasts.
I think I enjoyed his. This guy has a very nice point of view. Eric's brother.
Yeah, he's more business minded.
Yeah, he was talking about 11 million, like it's chump change. Check it, put together the money, got the 100 million, put it into business, sold it. We had to now liquefy all the assets. Went back home with 90. Not so bad, but still not good. Take it.
like a guy is rich when they talk about money loosely in the sense of like 100. I just got 100. They don't even specify 100,000, 100 million. It's like so if you just give me 3,
bro.
But they mean million.
He has a new app, right? He has an app. He has an app where you can, if you're a border guy, you can freeze a fuel.
Oh yeah.
It's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, they help borders build up loyalty points by using the app, and then eventually you have enough points then to buy a full tank.
Yeah.
And then you can redeem.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's doing well. Britam invested in them.
Okay.
That I mean, have you guys ever been the type of people to be business minded, to think of businesses? I've never had that. It's never been.
I used to have it
my
back
DNA.
in the day, man, but I used to hit so many hurdles, bro. Then I also didn't have enough experience to convert.
You get it?
Okay, what's going on with you, Sajid?
It's the handers. You can feel it, eh? So for those guys watching in, Bash gave me a monster filled with Jabba juice.
Yeah.
Does it wake you up? Do you get high from this?
Bruh, Jabba juice is the only way I can describe Jabba juice is like it's like just cocaine.
Apana.
No, it is.
Sijawahi kufanya cocaine, so I have no.
In the sense that it's more of a stimulant. So if you are drinking and you are a bit fucked up, when you take Jabba juice, it brings you back.
Have you ever done? Have you ever done Charlie
Charlie?
cocaine?
Yeah, I've done like twice.
Bash.
When?
Which comedians are you
Tell us
hanging
the
out
story.
with?
Man. You're with David Mashar.
And
then
sorry, we're going to talk about your failed businesses.
Okay. Put a bookmark there.
So we'll put a bookmark there. You've done before?
Yeah.
No,
I've
Bash.
done
How
like
many
twice.
lines?
Just one line.
How was that feeling?
It's just like adrenaline or something. It's like
Did you use your
life
left
is
nostril or
injected.
your right one?
I don't think
Both.
it matters, yeah. But one thing for sure, I wouldn't do cocaine with you guys.
Why?
Why?
You're a lunje, your nose is big, you guys. It's not my line.
Manu,
You're supposed to do pararina.
I can take 2 lines at once.
yeah, one snort is like,
Take it. Oh, shit! Guy, man.
Okay, but give me the context. But like,
So-
how do you arrive at what place that you're offered lines? Like, which circle of influence is that?
So I used to live in a place called Links Apartments, Bagadi Road. I'm sure if you see that entrance to Montezuma, Mona Lisa,
Yeah.
where the funeral homes are, just immediately.
You see, when you put a Chiromo,
Cool.
City Mortuary,
You take a right.
Teremka,
And then you go
on
behind.
the left, you'll see Mona Lisa.
Just before the footbridge.
Okay, assume
Alafu mbele tu
okay.
ya Umash.
Is it relevant to how you source the cocaine?
No, not really, but I was setting the mood. I guess fuck me. I was trying to be diligent because I can't do that here. No, the place is important because it was full of a lot of students and a lot of young professionals and all that. So it was basically a party. Even Eric used to live there. Ayotwe. He used to spend a lot of his time there.
God, can you do the goddamn?
Which
Links
nostril
Apartments.
did he use? Check it. Oh my God, this stuff is malarkey.
I think my question
It's
is
not original.
how many calories did the cocaine have? I think you should have taken the Coke Zero.
Coke
Zero sugar.
Our producer is pressing all the wrong inserts.
I think he's
I
excited.
think they're coming in too fast.
They're coming in too fast.
Take it, pop.
Where's the goddamn one?
Yeah, that's polite.
That's polite. Use that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that place was majorly students, young professionals, and I remember I was living in like 4th floor, and all of us are like students, but we had friends who are pilots. So
Fucking pilots, bro.
that's important. So when we were drinking, like we used to drink as a flow. We are drinking here, they are drinking there, Nini, and then at some point we just converge, maybe at the rooftop or something. So one night we used to have a friend of us. What was his name? Was it Jimmy or something? So he was a bit older and everything. So he didn't usually drink with us, but once in a while he'll come and check up what's happening. So after knowing him for a minute, he invited us one night to join him to drink. So he had liquor and everything, and then we're drinking, we're having fun. It's like 3, and then he goes into the room, and then he starts inviting people one by one. So I was not really close with him like that. So I didn't have high hopes that I was gonna be invited into the room.
Yeah, what are you supposed to get with lube or without lube?
It didn't matter what was happening there, but I was like, everyone is coming out of the room happier.
Damn!
Like either he has a big dick or he has some drugs. Like it doesn't matter. Like it's changing people.
So how did he land upon you?
I guess he had some.
You were waiting on the door.
Chicky, I'm landing upon you, man.
I guess he had some left over because we were not close at that point, So he invites someone, they do a line,
So
comes back.
He gave Bash the packet. Bash
like I guess I have some left.
Did you have it on it was already on the...
Yeah, no. So he didn't
It's
want
normally
to,
on a mirror, right?
he didn't want to do it like in the sitting room. So I guess he had like a cocaine table or something. I don't know.
So I'm asking...
Hey, cocaine.
Is the line already there when you walk into the room?
Like, does he arrange the line for you?
So okay, here's the thing.
We're interrupting his story, but
let me finish. So I didn't know I was gonna get invited because I was not I was not a cool kid back then. I was broke. I was going through life. I was just that guy who's just around, who'll make jokes once in a while. When a drink is supposed to be gotten, I'll run for it. I was the errand boy. Msewa jacket. So my friends, Nini, all the chicks go, hey, they're coming back there because it's 3. We've been drinking the entire night. We're getting to that point where the point of diminished returns in terms of alcohol. Like it's not even fun anymore. We're just fucked up. But everyone is coming back with so much energy. So I didn't know it was cocaine, but I didn't mind. I'm like, okay, whatever is happening in that room is very magical, and I want to be a part of that. But I was not a part of the clique.
Right. You're still an outsider.
Yeah, so after everyone else was invited, he looked around. The watchman was not around. The mamafu was not there to be seen. Like, I guess you can come into the room. I entered the room. Yeah, it was
Moved your draw. Check it. This is direct insertion of the cocaine up your anus. Okay, check it.
This is how we do it at
All right,
Jumbo.
let's go. Just hold.
then I just see there's a line there prepared for me.
But did you know what to do with it?
I'd seen movies and but he demonstrated.
Okay, did you like you put your nose and inhale it, or did you roll something and then put it in your nose? And
Yeah, so he had rolled like a knot.
1,000 bob note, eh?
It was like $1. He was a pilot.
Oh, this Jumbo Jet guy. Yeah. No, the Jumbo Jet doesn't go to us. Yeah. We probably a KQ guy with $1 note.
Yeah. And then he did his line and he was like just and instantly.
You guys not.
What do you mean instantly? What do you feel?
Bruh.
Is it like having a coffee when you're asleep and you wake up?
Fuck a coffee, bruh. Instantly. I was drinking. I was like that point. I'm just about to, it's the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like I'm fucked up. I just want to sleep. But immediately I snorted that shit. It's like
Round two.
life injected into it. It's like adrenaline. It's like, you see in movies how and then like everything is brighter.
Yeah.
And you're just flooded with like just
Endorphins.
happiness. That's how I felt.
Did anything hold? You didn't think like nothing held you back? Those ones of I shouldn't do this. That didn't occur to you.
Were you a bit nervous? Or
No.
You just went directly into it.
Yeah, because now I'm seeing all my friends getting into the room. They're drunk and nini, and they're coming back and they're happier. They're more.
there's more curiosity for you.
Yeah, it's more curiosity for me.
Whenever I'm presented with hard drugs, I get butterflies in my stomach. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Do you get that? Like the first sip of liquor, where you know it's wrong, but you're having it and you're getting that nervousness.
Have you ever been in a similar situation where someone presents a line?
No, there was. So at work environments, I think I was just very naive initially when I started, because you'd go to conferences, and after conferences you have dinners and customer meetings and people are going clubbing, and then the next day they are fresh as fuck on 2 hours sleep, and you're like, this is not possible, bana. Like, how many coffees or monsters do you need to take?
Yeah, true.
And so as you started looking into it, what I realized, guys are on enhancing substances like this.
Yeah.
And there'd been washrooms and you hear, the card lining up. And that was my first exposure, and I felt like, what the fuck? And I went to talk to my boss, and my boss was like, stay calm about it. This is normal.
It's hush hush.
You went to
Don't be
report
like,
you guy.
don't
You know,
be
like-
wait, you guys are doing cocaine in the water.
God damn, this guy's a snitch.
This
Check
guy
it, boss. Have you seen what the colleagues are doing?
And what shocked me was, it's normal, it's okay. I've never had the, and no one has ever offered it to me. I've never been in a situation where someone's directly.
Like Jabba just has like the like when you take because me, I'm not a alcohol guy. Like I'm one of the weak links. You know what I mean?
Press that shit.
You don't like drinking, right?
Oh, like
As
I
a
get
comedian.
screwed up really fast. But there's a day we were drinking with these guys, and then after we had some Jabba juice. So it's like what the fuck is going on this side?
Thank you, my brother.
You get Vurugu 4, bro.
Maybe if you guys can't see Bash's hands.
So
Bash come
so
preparing for that fight with Moas.
So if you take, say, whiskey or hard liquor and then have Jabba juice, as if it reduces.
Yeah.
So you become functional. So I guess maybe cocaine does that on that
Yeah.
level.
So
that
what
you're talking
Farid was saying is, for alcoholics, it just allows them to continue drinking.
about. Cocaine.
Yeah. So you just get right back into it. In the corporate world, it just allows you to carry on the day.
But at some point, does your body crash though?
Yeah, of course, because then you sleep for like 48 hours after the conference.
Ah.
What happens is, especially when we go to these tech events, people start from Sunday evening, right? Because everyone lands on the Sunday. Sunday evening, you have cocktails, or people go to play golf and then have cocktails. Mondays, the conference starts. So you start from 8 in the morning, you go all the way till 5. There's dinners you have to do. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And your meetings are those 30-minute interval meetings where you're meeting people 30 minutes, and you have 10 meetings a day like that. And then there's lunches, there's networking. So it's constantly go, go, go.
Yeah.
And where people sort of get their shells off is at these networking social events, especially after they've liquored up. You literally have someone you're talking to and you get nothing from them. Those Eastern European guys you're dealing with. Nothing, no reaction, no joke is landing.
Yeah.
Like a very tough crowd. But in the evening when they liquor up, you're data center guy, come. And then you liquor them up, and then they're happy, and then they'll tell you their problems, and then you sort of use that advantage to get another meeting and a booking.
Okay.
And he'll remember you from the previous night. And you try and make a moment into a joke that's just between you two. If something happens, remember the waitress, the way she spoiled this. So there's that relatability.
So it makes you guys bond.
You bond over
So
whatever
the
happens
morning
in
one is the intro, and then in the evening now is where you bond.
and that's where you usually hook, line, and sinker them there. But you have to go the whole way
What if they make a request for the good?
for that good.
Yeah, the
They'll
white
have-
stuff.
If they ask if you, because usually it's
Just call Basho Erics, you know.
don't call me. But usually even it's like when like comedians from outside, like when you're hosting anyone who's from like
They want to
like,
get fucked up.
Like they if that is their thing, and like you are the host, like they'll ask you like where can I get
This is where can I get? And there's a problem of Saj where he's hosting a client, right?
Yeah.
Then the client asks.
Yeah, normally they ask for mamas first. Mamas is easy. Mamas, I'm not sure. We'll decide whether we keep this in, but I've got numbers.
Okay.
Right, there are guys who send, and it depends
Connect.
on connects. They'll
an
send.
agency.
There are agencies that send women, and this is not prostitution, so we can keep this in.
It's legal.
It's legal. There are agencies that send women to dabble in your events to make guys more comfortable, and you pay for the grade of women. So
They do that in clubs too.
So it's like that. Like
They
that.
pepper the room.
They pepper the room.
What do you mean grade?
So
Like there's classes.
like if you get a mama
Like
from
orang
Kitengela,
takers are like
Like the ones who've
If you-
chored
if you-
their own eyebrows.
yeah.
That one is about maybe 3 Gs.
No, so what I mean is, for example, there are some mamas who can riff with you about cloud technology
Yeah.
and what's your handicap in golf?
Oh, you could get those.
You could get it, but you pay more for those.
Okay.
damn.
That's crazy.
So it depends. It's not necessarily the look; it's the
Utility.
Depth.
It's like you add the
it's the depth to that conversation.
It's like when you're
yeah.
ordering like a pizza and it's like extra cheese and
So-
like
so-
just extra
yeah.
brains and cloud.
So you get a
knowledge.
mix. You get a mix, right? You get some very intellectual ones and some very daft ones, and then you spread them out.
Okay.
Yeah, Sajid told me to come over here talk to you. And then you get some that are like, oh, what's your handicap? Oh, lovely. Oh, you have very firm hands. Let me see you hold that grip. And the guy's over there. He's holding the bottle.
Yes.
So you get different types, right?
My wallet will go for the eyebrow.
But
Take it.
but what?
Ukuni Westlands.
Take it. I like you. Take it. I like you too, girl. What's up, baby?
But my question is, and it's to both of you: can you go months on end without wanting to drink?
Okay, for me, I'm a social drinker, to be honest. Like, I actually have a drink in my house which I haven't opened for months. Like, it's just under the
So I can relate to that.
kabati.
Can you do that, Bash?
I have in the past. I think
Jana.
last year I went like 4 months.
Yeah,
without drinking.
during Ramadan, he's pretty disciplined.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I think the coffee's over here.
it's
You can go. You can go
I'm
get it.
gonna go get it. Before I go, conversation for you guys. Do you know 90% of US currency contains cocaine? 90% of all currency in circulation.
Really?
Yes. Have fun with that while I get coffee.
That's what we're calling it, coffee.
That's
nice.
Fazar.
Oh, what does that mean? Like, because they roll it up
Maybe
to
they-
inhale.
Yeah, they
probably
use it
that.
to knee.
But if it's 90%, Kwani, the whole population is using.
No, it
that's
just
what-
means the people who handle the money use cocaine.
Or
That's why
maybe
like,
it's-
cocaine.
maybe-
Cocaine is such a Wall Street type of drug. You know, like CEOs and execs and nini, because cocaine is like jabba juice, and like jabba juice right now, a lot of corporate people are using it. Like if you have to pull, like if you have a project, you have a deadline, you need to be functional. Alcohol has a point of diminished returns
Yes.
in that you can drink only enough to the point where you start experiencing the negatives.
So I can. Okay, maybe let me frame it this way.
How many lines do you need before you get addicted?
I've never done, bro.
No, somebody.
Apparently,
Generally.
some like Farid was telling me the first time he did it, he got addicted,
Oh, okay.
and he was like, it was the best feeling ever. He was working at a bar, and he was pulling double shifts, and his
You became
colleague,
Superman.
essentially, you become Superman. I can see that in a place where there are millions of dollars at stake. You need to sign customer contracts, and the customer who's buying it from you, usually the procurement manager, is a wild guy. All right. I'll give you an example. I've had, like, Chinese are very interesting guys to wine and dine. They're fun. Okay. They're extremely fun to deal with. They normally like this Chinese hot pot. Have you ever been for that?
No.
Well, it's you take the raw food and you put it in broth and you cook it.
Okay.
So it's like the Muindi version of Koroga, the ones that red ginger and all. You work with them on that. They get drunk, they get plastered, they love Kenyan women. And in order for them to buy into your personality, they have to trust you. So when you get to that level of trust, it's no longer about the quality. The business, and they trust in the business, but do I trust the person?
Okay.
And in order to get that business, you have to go the extent with these guys.
Like you have to do what they're doing.
Yeah. Now, there's a particular incident that happened with one Chinese fellow. There was a Koroga that my colleagues went to. Now, I missed that one, but I know the gentleman they're talking about. This guy gets super excited. He's super lively. He gets drunk. Now, the person in question, I won't name who they are, but the person in question I know was a colleague of mine.
Yingling.
Went out with them, right?
Leaning.
So to one of these Chinese places. So this guy gets super plastered, and he's buying everyone rounds and everything. Then another couple comes in, another Chinese couple, and their friends come in. So as the night goes on, he passes a comment towards the woman and saying something that was apparently very offensive. So they let it slide the first time. He does it again. Then as he's walking out, he does it the third time. These guys start chopping the jama, like live in front of my colleagues, like beating the shit
The
out of
couple.
him. Yeah.
Like both the man and the woman.
No, both the men. So there was one couple that came in, the second couple came in. So the men started chopping this guy. It became a whole big scuffle.
Brawl.
This guy amukas the next day in my colleague's bed. He doesn't remember anything. He's like, why is he paying so much? He signed the contract that day.
Damn.
So you sometimes, in order to get the business, you have to go through these extremes.
Yeah.
But my question is, why does it have to be like that? Why does alcohol and drinks need to be center and pivotal to us doing business or socializing? Why are people so obsessed with it?
And
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
I just feel like when you're drinking, it lowers your guard in a sense.
100%, yeah.
100%. Like you are more you when you're drunk. That's why
He's coming.
when someone tells you something that when they were drunk, they mean that.
I like that
You
perspective.
think so?
Yeah,
Because
they mean
now-
that.
like
No
nowadays-
one will tell you when they're drunk and they tell you shit and you think, oh, it's because
Sorry. Okay.
damn, that sounded expensive. And you think, oh, if someone tells you something and they were drunk and then the next day they tell you, oh no, it was just it was not the alcohol. They truly 100% mean that, because the thing with me is
No, it was the alcohol.
it was not the alcohol.
I've
bruh.
used- I've used-
The thing with alcohol and the reason for me I enjoy drinking is because when I'm sober I have a lot of inhibitions.
I can relate to that in the sense that
I can't be free. I can't be myself. I can't. There are just like a lot of gets in my mind.
But
But,
don't
like
you-
alcohol opens all that.
but Bash,
But that means that's not you.
that's not you. It's an
No, it's me.
It's mean it's the alcohol doing the
Doing
thing.
the
No,
thing to
no,
you.
the alcohol is not doing anything. It's
It is
now
because now
I am free to do what I've always wanted to do. because I have all this mind.
No,
games.
you're not free. Actually,
I am.
You're a slave to the alcohol.
Yeah, you're a slave to.
I'm
the
not a
alcohol.
slave. I'm not saying because you guys are talking about it long term as if like I'm using it as a knee. I'm just saying what happens when I drink.
Okay, so let me.
Like I've had.
Okay,
I've
to,
had.
to play devil's advocate.
I've had these thoughts when I was sober. I've thought about them. I've
But you've
entertained
not
these
acted
thoughts.
on them.
I've not acted on them because I have all these inhibitions, right?
Yeah.
So when a little bit of alcohol is introduced into my system,
It gives you. They call it liquid courage.
yeah, I have the courage to say whatever. Like it's something that pains me, but I can't do it when I'm sober. But when I'm drunk, I can talk about it.
There's some comedians who, when they go on stage, they drink. They'd be like, "Me, I can't go on stage and drink."
I was going to get into that. There was a conference, and I was getting panic attacks. This was post the Molly.
Here's my house coffee, bruh.
It's this one. I'm opening it up for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm a nice guy. I don't serve myself
Cheers,
first.
bro. No.
Okay, you see now, if you didn't drink, you wouldn't have been direct.
Is there a spoon over here we can use to mix?
So it's not me, or that's why it is the drink.
Yeah, just bring it from downstairs, please. So I think genetically we have anxiety now because I think Dad had it at some point as well. He gets very anxious. For me, it was just amplified post Molly because Molly flushes your serotonin levels,
Okay.
and so your dopamine you're negative on the dopamine thing. So dopamine keeps you calm. It keeps you at bay. And now when you're doing a talk in front of 1,000 people, or maybe 1,000 is too high, like 500 people, you start getting nervous, the stage fright. And the stage fright literally shuts you off. And at the time, I didn't know what was going on. So I took a few shots of whiskey and calmed down. I was a bit liquored up, I was a bit tipsy, but I was calm.
Yeah.
I think if you're able to control that anxiety without the drink, that's a higher level of mastery.
So
Like if you're a comedian, you can get on stage without the drink and still perform at that high level and get into that flow state without the drink. That's really dope. But now, if you have to drink to get into that place where you're sort of in a flow state,
yeah.
that means you'll probably be dependent on the drink. That's why there were many comedians who used to be dependent. Like they tell you, I cannot go on stage without the drink.
You know what helped me? As gay as it sounds, breathing exercises. Like no lie.
Because it's
I was going through the spiral hole of just saying. The guy said, take the deep breaths where, and then you try
That's
and
how I
retain it.
snorted the first time.
You try and retain it for as
I
long as
made it
possible.
breathing exercises
And you do 10 in a row, it resets you.
for my cocaine.
That could work, Bash. But why do you feel okay? So do you still feel that if the Bash here today was drinking, it would be a very different podcast?
Not really. I just feel like once you interact with that side of yourself and you understand that there's this version of you that exists when there are no inhibitions, you start to realize like how guarded you are when you're sober.
Do you think also weed? I know many artists who smoke weed before getting on stage. So weed also does the same for some artists, right?
For me, it makes me anxious. It makes me, because I'm always in my head. I'm always anxious. I'm always overthinking. That's why for me, as a functional drug, I can't take a
Weed.
because it makes me think a lot. But like when it comes to stimulants, like something like alcohol or like jabba juice or like cocaine, things like that, they make it's more of a functional drug.
Maybe different strokes for different folks. Because for me, it slurs my speech and then I can't connect my thoughts easily.
Yeah.
So I'd rather, like, I remember I'd go on stage with a drink and I'd not even touch it till the end. Because now I can't connect things.
But
Yes,
okay,
like it interrupts my flow of how I'm gonna connect this with this and this. So I just leave the drink until when I'm done is when now I take the drink.
is it a big issue in the comedy scene where people need to liquor up or do drugs in order to get on stage?
I know guys who even died because of this drinking shit.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like it's just out of respect. I can't say the name, but many comedians know about serious
There you go,
comedian who died because of this drinking thing. So
Wait,
it's
sorry, did we put sukari? Did we put sweetener? I was mixing jack shit. Do you want sweetener?
No, I'm fine.
Kwa sawa bila.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's for the comedy scene, this new comedy scene that we're in right now, I feel like weed is pretty big.
I think
Sindio Bash?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys,
we're-
weed is. In fact, there was a friend of mine, Aman. Shout out to Aman Deep. He was telling me, Manu, if you take weed, you want to open up a new porthole, man.
Have you tried it
No,
before going on stage?
no, I've never tried.
Have you tried weed though? You
No,
have?
I've
You've never tried weed?
No.
Okay, you have to. I'd say ganja.
What's up with Indians trying to introduce me to weed, bro?
No, but that's why they're successful, bro. You should listen to them.
But tell me, you're saying?
I think have you done psychedelics?
No. The only drug of sorts that I've taken is alcohol.
Boring, you guys.
Bro,
You guys are as boring as fuck.
I think you want to do mushrooms with me?
No, bro.
Let's do.
No.
You need to.
You guys think I don't trust myself on any drug, on any mind altering.
What I'll say is, it's not chemically enhanced. This is stuff that you're getting from the ground.
Like a mushroom, for example.
Think about it this way. Biblically, our prophets as well were exposed to some sort of psychedelic. Moses in the burning bush, the acacia tree, the psychedelics. The guy came up with the 10 commandments.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come up with something to get me out of this poverty streak. I'm telling you, you just have to. Hard drugs is different, right? I personally want to try hard drugs just to see what that experience is like. But the risk is one and done, right? You do something once and you're fucked for life. There have been incidences like that. So that keeps me away from the hard drugs.
Yeah.
But stuff like mushrooms, which are grown off the earth, stuff like weed, which come from herbs and plants, I've tried it, and to be honest, it's changed my perspective on things, the way I look at things. And I've talked about this before, the mushroom trip I did in Amsterdam solo. It was a fucking scary ass trip for me, but the podcast started as a result.
Oh, for real, huh?
It amplified.
You said Martha Karua came to you in
Exactly.
Martha Karua came to you.
Martha Karua and John Mayer,
Damn.
with Dr. Kingori interviewing them.
and Yvonne Chaka Chaka playing in the back.
I think I live vicariously through you guys doing your thing, and then I hear your experiences. But I don't trust myself to take anything mind altering.
What you need is a trip sitter.
Yeah. You need someone who, but also I was about to say, it's like a lot of like what we do and like how we feel is chemistry. It's like dopamine and serotonin and all these things that you're saying is like, because we have all these nerve endings and we have all these chemicals that regulate. It's like the reason, like when you wake up, you feel you feel a certain way, and then you drink coffee and you feel even better because it's blocking a certain chemical and it's blocking a certain thing. So the way I look at drugs in its entirety is like, it's alchemy. You're just manipulating, because it is, for you to feel any certain drug, you need to have a receptor for it. A good example is weed. You have what are they called? CBD receptors in you for a reason, because your body produces it in very small doses. Same to all these things. Like your body has all these receptors.
We produce actually.
So if you take drugs, you get like a surge of that.
So you just get a lot of it. But now when you're finding someone who's like using that to their advantage, like the way people use supplements and magnesium for sleep and nini, it's just the same thing. It's not drugs. It's like more of medicine and supplements, right? But they are altering their chemical
like with anything.
balance.
I think, and to agree with Bash, there's also a limit, right? Because anything in extreme will fuck you up. Anything.
I'm a Nancy Reagan guy.
What I'm thinking is,
Say no to drugs.
where's the hometown?
My hometown, Londeti. The place we're supposed to go, right?
So we go Londeti, we do a mushroom trip there. You're safe in a safe space. It'll be me, it'll be you. Fuck the rest of the podcasters. We just go us two. And Fazat to live stream it. Okay.
We'll go with Bash because he lives around.
Yeah.
No, Bash has too many bees in his place.
No, so we'll do it at my place, not at Bash's place.
Bash, why are the bees still there, by the way?
It's so in Kalenjin culture, every clan has an animal. We call them like a totem or something. So
Like a protective thing.
It's more of like it's not a protective thing per se. It's just like it's tied to the identity of your clan. It's like it's like an animal, like a clan animal.
So for you guys, it's bees.
It's bees.
What do you think of the bee being your insect?
I think it's glorious because bees are one of the most beautiful.
But they're a bit soapy,
Insects.
right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Like fruity, yeah, man?
There are seeds for sure
you
because it's just
know,
like one
Like they
queen.
dunga you and die.
Yeah,
Like
they
that's
don't
just so
even
emotional.
die.
Like,
They look like ladybugs, but with a sting.
Yeah, I think bees are just Muslims.
Why?
why are they Muslims?
Just just suicidal, bro. Like just one
Check
and
in
done.
the name of
Dead.
Okay, let's just die together.
How
I'm joking. You guys don't
I
come
feel
for me.
like I don't know. It's not very warrior like a bee.
What do you mean?
You know, maybe a wasp. You know, a wasp is more.
Oh,
like,
fuck a wasp, you guy. No, wasp
wasp
are-
die after they sting, huh?
Or the gangster.
Because they're
like that.
assholes.
Yeah, they
bro.
keep stinging back to back. Bees, you know,
They're
they're
a bit-
clean.
they're a bit pussy.
Yeah, man.
But-
Like nobody.
They have one queen.
But honey. Honey
about
comes
honey?
from bees. What do wasps make?
Nothing. That's
They
why
make
they're
you feel
gangsters,
bad.
bro.
No, they're useless.
Yeah.
Like we could do without wasps.
Yeah.
But me, I'm
But-
talking about the war. You see, these guys are warrior tribes. All right. So your opponent, the totem animal,
Yeah.
is say an eagle or a
Oh,
lion.
I like your can. So why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you land on a bee?
Yeah. So no, these guys, I don't know. I think are you guys like the
What's your totem?
soft guys in the whole group?
No, because we are Nandis, warriors and all that.
I
But
think
also,
bees
it's like
collectively, as
Yeah.
a unit, are more dangerous and
they are a
harmful.
force,
They are forced to reckon
and also
with.
the willingness to die for something
Think
is
about
more
it.
gangster than a
Gangster.
fucking like wasps are just goons.
Yeah.
100%. They don't make anything. They just come to destroy.
But
If
they
you-
have
if you-
asses
Bees
like a
pollinate.
mountain.
Bees pollinate
Have you
most
seen a
of the
wasp
plants.
ass lately?
Sorry.
I guess that's why you're attracted
ass
to them.
of a
you
wasp.
can-
Sasa hii
And then they have a wasp-like waist.
So Bash has selected a bee as his totem, which is what
That's the
would you
thing. Is
select?
like we didn't select it. It's like
it was
like
bestowed
yeah.
upon
When you
you.
go, it's like through history. Like everyone has their name, but like for us, it's like immediately my granddad built the house. They came, and after fumigation and trying to get them
They
away,
still came back.
they
Maybe it's
never
more about
go.
the honey than the bees. Like you guys produce honey in
Yeah.
your clan or something. I don't know.
I think I should do research,
Speculative.
but yeah.
Do you guys have an animal that like
We don't, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's pick a totem animal. What would Kisiangani pick?
a badger, bro?
A honey badger.
Bro, you guys.
You guy.
Like a
The
small,
baddest animal on the planet
small
never
but
gives
fierce.
up.
Kolo, what would,
Pocket rocket.
yeah, I like honey badgers. That's nice. Kolo, what would you pick? Now, usiseme Simba. Simbas are reserved for Kenyatas.
A Komodo dragon
A Komodo dragon.
Have you ever seen one though?
Interesting.
on Nat Wild.
You guys, let's work with the ones we've seen.
Let's work with the ones.
Let's work
we've
with
seen.
local.
Yeah, you're
Are they
going
in Africa?
international.
Yeah, I think we just sooner say a dragon or some shit.
We don't have Komodo dragon. We have lizards.
Komodo
Komodo dragon.
So yours is a lizard.
It's a cousin of a Komodo dragon. Looks very similar. You can't tell the difference.
What are those lizards in South Sea houses? That's what he's talking about.
Oh my god.
Non-Komodo.
Non-Komodo dragons.
The ones that like just stay
I've
in the
seen this-
They
sun.
just stay in one
And
position.
then they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yours is a lizard, Basi.
Indian.
Okay, why Komodo dragon though?
They're badass, bro. You seen how they eat goats?
They don't put in
swallow
much
it,
effort.
yeah.
They have
Venom.
They're just
spit is
badass. Like,
poisonous.
imagine meeting a Komodo dragon out here, mazi. They're fucking badass, mazi.
And also they're so nonchalant in the sense that they'll just bite you and
then they chill.
They just wait it out.
Yeah.
So they don't chase. They don't. I
Yeah,
feel like
man.
that is like the spirit animal of most Nairobi men. Like they don't chase. They don't need. They just wait it out.
Yeah.
And then they bite you once.
They just, as long as they have had contact with you, it's like your girlfriend's best friend.
They wait it out.
They just wait it out, son.
Sajid was about to shit on my Komodo dragon.
You guys, I'm with you.
You've changed my perspective.
Yeah, man.
I still feel bee is the strongest one, and then second honey badger.
What would you choose?
Let's go down. I'm still thinking about what I would choose. Faza, what would you choose?
I like penguins.
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 That's fruity, you guy.
I like penguins. Mind their own business. They chill in the snow.
What do you mean penguins?
What do you mean mind their own business?
They're so chill. Have you seen penguins like on Nat Geo? They're just chilling, having a good time. There's nothing
Those
happening.
things go through a very rough time. With those,
Yeah, they get fucked up by polar bears.
Orcas. Are they called
The
orcas?
polar bears
And
kill
the
the
seals.
men
Yeah.
and fuck their women.
And then you leave the man is left with the egg, then the woman is in the ocean chilling.
Being tomboed by a polar bear, which is my family crest.
How about you leave your chick there, you come back, you find you with another partner over there, you guys.
Oh yeah. By the way, they mate for life.
No, sometimes they choose. I've seen them fighting. Like the male has come back, and then
Right.
it finds the female with some other nick.
Yeah, this is like Nairobi.
Then now you start fighting, bruh.
Yeah, Nairobians are like penguins. Nairobians are like penguins then.
And then you're fixed by the other nicker, bruh. And then this female still chooses the other guy.
Yeah, why are you traumatizing Kisiangani? You guys? What type of animal are you choosing? You're bringing back memories. Damn.
Of days
This guy
gone
is
by.
giving very specific examples.
Yeah.
But also, isn't a penguin like a bird? It has like...
It's a mammal.
So they swim so well, man.
It's not like wings.
No,
No,
flaps.
those are just flaps.
Have you seen the way they walk? They're so cute. The way they waddle around too.
They look good though.
get
A bit
my-
awkward on land, but in water they're really.
So okay, your family crest is penguins.
I'd have said seals, but have you seen videos of baby seals getting clubbed? Hey, that is way.
What do you mean clubbed?
See, you've not seen it? Like literally,
Like
people.
being sharpwood.
No, like when I say clubbed, I mean literally they have like a rungu. They go around, they find seals, and they bash their heads.
Who's
in.
clubbing them?
Why are they being clubbed?
See, because they're hunted for their fat.
Oh, for real?
You
Baby
know,
seals.
Google on your phone right now, clubbing baby seals. It is horrible. They cry and everything, and people are going bam.
How does one find themselves in those videos?
See, just Google it. You'll see there's POV cameras. Those fuckers have cameras.
And
as
how
well.
did you discover?
Like, how do you-
that?
yeah,
I
how
think
do
you must have.
you-
You must be.
Clubbing
You must be.
babies.
It came up as a documentary, you know, because
After
we
you
used to
start
watch.
clubbing babies.
Because we used to watch Nat Geo a lot. It comes up as documentaries because the way they hunt like orcas, baby seals, whales as well. Yeah, even whales are not hunted
Do
nicely.
you think shark is a good family seal?
Fuck no, they're horrible.
Sharks. Like how many of us are scared of sharks?
Okay, they're scary, but you know they're really very intelligent. Huh? You know, before they bite you, they come and bump you like this.
To say what's up.
Like, just to check if you're maybe a living thing or something. They don't just come in for the kill.
Yeah, but
They bump you, go back around, and then they come. Have you ever seen this documentary where there's a lady who removes hooks from sharks? So they know. So they come or open their mouth, and the lady inserts her hand and removes the hook.
would you do things like go deep sea fishing or
No.
swim in the deep
No,
sea?
no.
Or,
I
you know,
don't like-
riding
even
a hel-
going
or like
sijui,
bungee jumping or
ocean cruise. Yeah, that's not for me.
like imagine it's such an unknown
Me, I'm a land
being
lover.
faced with a shark.
Even wading into the ocean, into the place where I can't see
Yeah,
what's happening.
it's a bit risky, right?
Okay, I do maybe kidogo, but going deep in there, I feel like it's a risk.
Maybe it comes with age because stuff like bungee jumping, you know that stuff they do in Nairobi where they attach you to a sijui zip lining. Like all that shit, I was so excited by it as a kid, but now I'm like,
But
is-
why are you
why would
doing that
would you
stuff?
put yourself in that position?
Why are you jumping off a bridge with a rope tied to your feet, bruh? Adrenaline rush.
And also, you know, there's a weight limit for skydiving.
Oh, okay.
I know Bash would always go.
I was going to say something.
So Eric will never bungee jump.
No, you can just fly, but you can never jump.
Damn, bro.
No, but even in parachutes, I think
That's a good one.
I think even when you go skydiving, you have to be like 100 kilos.
Oh, this
Yeah.
also,
So
like that limit thing is for real.
We'd have to give Eric 3 parachutes.
Shit.
Shit. All right, family crest.
Wait, can I ask something?
So you help me decide on a family crest before you.
Polar bear is good. Wait, let me ask you. So you wouldn't ever go like, let's say you're in South Africa, you wouldn't get into the cage and be dropped and like swim with sharks and stuff.
In
You
a
wouldn't?
cage?
Yeah.
No, in a cage I would.
Ah, fuck that.
In
shit.
Because
a
I'm
cage.
not going to get wet, right?
Bash, would you do
No,
that?
you'll get wet.
Yeah.
You're in a wetsuit
You
and
get-
whatever. The cage is in
That's
the
how
water.
they... Oh, you're talking about like a cage, like
Yeah, not an aquarium.
mesh.
Yeah.
And then you're... No,
Inside.
I don't think that's my
But also
type.
sharks, rarely, I think it's been romanticized, this idea of sharks eating people with obviously...
So then why do you want to be
They
that
don't.
why
They don't really eat people that like a lot.
Yeah,
like
true.
in a
Shark
year,
attacks
in a
are
year,
less
how
than
many?
15.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really minimal. But the way movies have primed
Hollywood.
us, like when you watch, there's this particular movie
Jaws.
where is it Morgan Freeman? Is it called Blue? Have you seen the? Have you
No,
seen Blue?
that was
Where
some,
he's
someone,
eaten-
some,
Yeah, he's
that's
eaten
Samuel L.
by
Jackson.
he's eaten
Yeah.
by a knee. You see that knee, Jaws and all, like sharks don't.
No, I understand.
humans
It's obviously
that
amplified because of Hollywood.
Yeah.
But why do you want to become a statistic? Let's just say, oh, they don't eat. And then one of us goes cage diving. And then the lock accidentally was not tied properly. And then all of a sudden, this 16-foot great white decides, let me try and take a bite of this just to see what it is. And then Fazaz over there without a leg. And I'm like, shit. Now I only have enough money for my business class ticket and I have to pay for his medical expenses.
Let me try some curry.
So I'd rather just throw him back in, let the shark maliza the kazi, and then tell his family, he's unfortunately this, but then I fly business class back.
So why would you choose the shark though? Is because of the intelligence or the
No, I wouldn't choose a shark though.
Oh.
I'm just saying sharks are menacing.
So may withdraw from sharks.
You may withdraw from sharks.
Listen, take the polar bear, because the thing is, the reason sharks bump is like they know what to hunt. If they see you waddling around, they'll bump you. It's not like they're checking what you are. They're just kind of like, what the fuck is this? They're not going to bite you. Like, there have been things where like a shark will literally swim past you, they'll gonga you. They won't bite you because they don't know what
I'd
you are.
like?
But what if you start thrashing?
No.
You see, if you go and kick and whatever, that's why they come and they nudge you. They don't necessarily take a bite. It's very rare that it happens, right? Because they think you're a fish.
But that's what I'm saying is if it happens,
Yes.
with today's technology and us live streaming the event, you become that guy which was bombarded by a shark.
And you will become a multi-millionaire subscriber on YouTube. Like, think about
Which is fine, but I'll be crying with my money missing you because my videos are now delayed.
I will be the man in the forest of Jake Paul's Chinese forest. You know that thing?
What is that? Yeah. Oh, the guy hanging.
Hey, I will be that guy for you. So I don't mind. I'll go
For you, I will.
Actually, I thought about Family Crest.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Okay, wolves.
Because wolves are strong and ferocious, but it also tells you that united, we stand together. And then we go and fuck this guy's girlfriend's penguins and stuff like that.
Take the polar bear. Polar
Flip
bears
them
are
into
solo
the
hunters.
sky,
They eat everything.
We're going to come as wolves and impregnate all your mamas.
You guy, just to bring it home,
Yes.
the wild dog, bruh.
You'll be a wild dog.
No, I'm saying it's like the correlation to the wolf.
Yes.
If you want to Kenyanize that, because there are no wolves here. The wild dog, similar characteristics. They work as a pack. Like they go long distance. If one is chasing,
They chase together.
it'll relieve the other one and continue.
And don't you
chasing.
think that's symbolic for life? What that means is as we need to be as a unit.
Yeah, like you're more successful as a unit. The wild dogs, I think, are the most successful hunters. Because they're working as a unit, man. Yes, sir.
So listen, polar bear. 1, same weight class. 2, you always wear white. 3, they hibernate for 6 months of the year. 4,
Do I hibernate for 6 months of the year?
you would like to, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'd love
Listen,
that. by the way.
polar bears do not fuck with anything.
By
Polar
the way,
bears are the
polar bears don't have any natural predators except humans.
No. A human is not a predator to a polar. Polar bears eat people. If you run into a grizzly bear, you stand taller than it will fuck off. You run into any bear, they'll fuck off.
They say if it's white, run.
A polar bear will not give 2 shits. That thing will fuck you. Like there's a video of a dude like in the Arctic inside this fucking thing with glass. That polar bear is like, boom, I will eat you, boom. It doesn't stop.
But okay, you see the thing is, the crest is meant to be as a family heirloom, right?
Polar bear.
So am I a guy that works on my own and fucks things up?
Yes.
It's also personality driven.
Polar bears can run for God knows how fucking long. They hunt in water, on land. They fuck everything up. They're big, they're white, and they sleep a lot.
Okay, aside from the fights that you've seen me
I
in.
think this guy is fascinated with the white stuff.
No, I think because
But you know if it's
Penguins.
white, it's
no,
right.
is it
Yeah.
because Fazza you see me as a violent guy and all the fights I've been in?
You've been in fights.
Yeah, Fazza's been.
How are the polar bears doing generally, though? Their population is dwindling, right?
Because of global warming, see, they live in cold environments. And then hunting, because, see, okay,
Global
because
warming is not a myth.
No, it's actually happening. So the thing is, what do...
Is it happening on the scale of this guy, former vice president of America? What's his name?
J.D. Vance.
The guy was saying he had a global warming movie. Bill Clinton's vice president. What is his name?
Bill Clinton's. Producers, can we search that?
But also, why would you choose like polar bears and they're like brown bears?
See, that's what I'm saying.
See, brown.
He's saying because of how nasty they are.
Yeah,
brown
I'm just saying, as an
bear-
Indian, that is like just betrayal. So
You know, black bears are the worst ones. They're pussies. You see a black bear, that thing runs.
Chicken William Meshika.
Bruh, okay, that's funny.
So the thing with global warming is, what do polar bears normally eat? There's seals, sometimes whales if they'll find them.
Penguins, if they're yeah.
If you have global warming, seals and orcas are kind of moving to other places to hunt.
An Inconvenient Truth. What's the name of the movie? Did you watch it?
What are we talking about right now? I'm floating. Man.
Polar bears
We're
eating.
talking about this guy was talking about polar bears. I was saying the
See,
population is
tulimaliza na
dwindling.
polar bear, but we'll
And
move on
then
to the
this
next
guy
topic.
was saying
This is a joke on stage that has landed.
No.
You're reminding the
You guy.
audience.
This guy hasn't been following the conversation.
He's zoned out. What have you given him to
We're
drink?
talking about polar bears dwindling in population, and then this guy talked about.
Fuck the
We were not talking about that.
No, you
brought,
straight from the other.
you brought that up, and we don't give a fuck about the polar bears. son.
to me settle, sindio. So Bash is bees, honey badger, punda,
Wolf.
Lizard?
sijui
Komodo dragon.
but they're no Komodo dragons here. So you are gecko. What's yours? Penguins.
Penguins.
To me settle wolves or rabbit dogs,
Or wild dog.
wild dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aya sawa.
Wild dogs. You've got rabies, eh?
We've picked our
And 6
heirlooms.
matitis.
Aya sawa. Okay. Next topic. Us being broke.
Next topic. An inconvenient truth.
Okay. So the inconvenient
No,
truth
go ahead.
It's
to
the
next
documentary
topic.
that they released.
Yes.
Producer, can we please put that up over here?
It's old. It's not new. It was a cry about how all this, the way the global warming is going to be a horrible thing. It's going to fuck us up. Yake yote. So it was way, quite a number of years ago. But people are arguing that those things they were saying, they haven't. Okay, yes, there's global warming, but it hasn't happened at this scale. You know, these guys were creating some sort of panic. So they're saying that hue and cry was unneeded because it's not as horrible as they'd said it would be. Asante.
Can we do pararira for
Do you remember that?
Do you know there's
Are
a
you familiar with that story?
Yeah, actually,
there's-
there's a guy who came on Joe Rogan actually, and they were saying that all this money these organizations are raising for like global warming and all this shit, they're just using that money to pay salaries. So they're just maintaining the organization. They're not doing anything actually to prevent it.
So they create panic so the money keeps flowing.
Exactly.
It's all a business, bro.
Huh?
I mean, all this
Carbon
this
credits and shit.
UNHCR and all those organizations used to fund the transgender movement in India. You've seen that shit. There's all those offices that were
Yeah,
closed
USAID.
down. USAID, right? How many of
USAID.
projects that were useless? You've seen the investment in cars. If I was part of that and I'm getting free money and I'm getting a C-level salary, you'd ride that wave. You'd come up with excuses. You'd do a lot of things just to make sure your lifestyle is sustained.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the human essence.
Yeah.
People bullshit like that.
it's like Kibera. Like you see how Kibera will never change because there's a lot of money being made by it
Very
being
good
worse.
point.
Yeah.
So we have all these organizations who their entire aim is getting people out of poverty and nini. But now if your business is making change, but also your existence is threatened by the fact that if this place changes, I don't have a job. Do you really have an incentive to change it?
Yeah, true.
So when you look at all these charity organizations and all these organizations that are purporting to try and say they want to make the world better, if they succeed, they don't have a job.
That's food for
I guess
thought.
you
by
know
the
this
way.
chick
That's actually
was
very true.
who used to do this AIDS, feminist stuff. Like that was her job, right? So they travel all over the world, they're doing meetings. So the kidogo, like Josie, they think there was a meeting in Rio, same to do AIDS something. And then now when they're giving speeches, like when she talked to me about what she's doing, I tell her, so you speak normally. Like she had all this gibberish and terminologies. I'm like, what are you saying? Just tell me what you're doing, like a child, so that I understand what you're doing.
They can't
Because
explain.
Yeah, they can't explain what they're
They
doing.
go for these benchmarking trips. They go for these informative trips. They go for conferences. And every time you travel, you get a per diem.
Yeah,
Right? And these per diems can be upwards of $200, $300 a day, $400 a day.
yeah,
So if you're going for 10 days, bro, you've made $4,000 on top of your salary,
yeah.
flights and everything
And they
paid
fly
for.
business and shit. So you're like, what the heck are you guys
Such a sweet
doing?
life.
And then even if you look at their pages, okay, maybe I've been in comedy too long and podcasting. Interaction is at zero. So somebody has a podcast, they have funding of like 10,000, okay, let's say $5,000 an episode. Okay, they have a production crew, they're shooting, they post it. No one is listening to that shit.
So I know a guy like that in the tech industry. In fact, I was having a conversation. Same setup. Funding, podcasts, sponsors. I think the guy has paid views. All right. I don't want to shout him out over here, but if you go to his page, and my reason of basing that he has fake views is the interaction amongst the audiences and the comments
Engagement.
and the views and engagements. This guy has a 300,000 viewed video and it only has 2 comments. versus us guys who have, let's say if we do 2,000 views, we still have at least 20, 30 comments.
Yeah.
You get the engagement.
Yeah.
That doesn't match. You have a 100,000 view video and you have one comment. There's something off with that.
And then you see they have this donor money, which if they don't spend, it'll go back.
It will go back.
So no, they just come with all manner of weird things. Let's do this. Let's do a podcast. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And they use bots to funnel views.
Yeah, man. So how effective is that NGO sphere?
It's sustained people. People have built houses. People have built careers.
But do they have impact though? Can you do it and at the same time have impact?
I'm sure there are projects that are done, but they're amplified a lot more than what's actually done. But how many of you guys have seen projects that are as a direct result of any of these NGOs?
I've seen, but they fail eventually. Most of them.
They don't
They had
sustain.
a beekeeping project in my shags, which collapsed. There was a water distribution project which the locals didn't embrace, so the pipes are just there. You know, they start just getting ruined and stuff.
So
So
this- yeah.
the idea is actually a noble and very good idea.
And it's not to say some organizations don't have that. There are organizations doing very positive things.
Like Mr. Beast.
Is Mr. Beast thing really well?
But is it sustainable? When he leaves, does it continue? Like are the
At least we
balls
see what he
dry?
does, and like he's building
'Cause he's
schools
documenting
and
it,
nini,
right?
and he's doing all that. My problem with all these organizations is how much of their budget actually goes to solving the problem. And I think Elon Musk put this out once, and he was like, "Okay, you guys want me to solve world hunger? Come up with a plan. You know, tell me how I can do this. Like, yes, I am a trillionaire and I have all this money. How can I do this?" When I look at all these organizations, just like when you look at like all these red plates, look at those cars. Like every time I see a red plate and I look at that car, I see a Range Rover, I see all this, I'm like, this could be a house or a borehole.
Maybe those
or
jobs
a
should-
functional thing that would solve something.
What if those jobs come without a salary? Like you have another gig, like what we are doing, and then you volunteer somewhere
That's different.
where you're
right?
you're doing impactful projects, such that you're not doing it for profit. You're not living in a fancy apartment off donations for AIDS.
But you know, the thing is, why do most people want to work for UN? At least within my circle of influence growing up, when people were applying for UN, it's because you're going to get paid in dollars, you have a chance to travel the world. Yes, there's the humanitarian side of it, which is like, yeah, but you get to be in the UN. It's for your CV. You get a good salary. You get paid in dollars. You get to travel the world.
And some
That's the
heavy
same,
benefits.
That's the same appeal for most of these NGOs. Like when you get approached by USAID, you get approached by this, you're thinking dollars, you're thinking numbers, you get
You're not thinking
exposure.
about the change. You're not thinking about the hungry kids you're going to feed. And that's the problem. And also that's the problem with the politics we have in Kenya is what is the incentive? Why are people doing this? It's not for changing anything. It's like, personally, when I look at like, and as you're saying, like UN jobs and all this, is like most of the people who want to get into these organizations are not there for the sake of, I want to bring change and I want to, make sure that the hungry kids in Africa are fed and the nini. The most attractive part is the traveling. I get a car, I get a salary, I get to do this and this and this. It's not even about the main aim.
Is it halal to live well off AIDS donations?
It's haram, right?
I'm asking.
It's haram. If something was given for the intent of helping the poor and you consume it to better your lifestyle, that's a wrong.
No, but okay, maybe they're not consuming it, but they're allocating a nice chunk of it for administration, salaries and stuff.
It's wrong, right? If I donate 1 million shillings for you to give exclusively to Palestine and you use 500,000 to fund your lifestyle, that's wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's a simple equation.
But that's how that system works, though.
And
Administration.
so that's what I'm saying is you have to genuinely be careful where you put your money into, right? Because some charities are used to funnel cash because charities are
Untaxed.
exempt from tax and so on
Oh
and
yeah,
so
I
forth.
get you. Yeah.
And so a lot of celebrities, when they reach millions and millions of dollars, they're like, don't pay me, pay the charity. I'll donate my
to you.
pay. But that charity maybe belongs to a trust and there's organizations and expenses and things that fund your lifestyle. Right? It's just a way. So you have to be very careful who does it. You have to get documented accounts. There's some good guys doing stuff. Like one of my uncle who connected me with Bill O'Carroll. Like these guys have people in Palestine that donate and send videos and send you proof that this is bought.
Okay.
But how sure are you of that, right? I mean, in this world, when you donate, fake receipts can come up. So things can do this.
And
But also-
there was a big scandal by the, I don't know if you guys saw it. So there was an organization, I don't know if it was run by a Mzungu, but basically they were saying they were building, schools in Kenya, building nini in Kenya. And basically they were appealing to the families in the US because their story was, I think they lost a child or something. So now they're getting all this sympathy from people who've, lost a child in the US. Nini. So they're like, hey, you can help a child in Africa. So you pay a certain amount of money, they build a classroom. And then they sort of put your name on it. They send you videos and but the problem is they were just it was the same classroom.
And
So
they
me
kept
and you
they
send
kept rebuilding
me
the
and you
same-
send $10,000, and I think and then I name it after my child who died. I'm like Ryan is living he's living on through a classroom in Kenya.
But kumbe,
They just put that it's the same. It's not different.
Yeah, that's
bro,
right.
I wouldn't put it past us humans to find a way to make a buck through all manners, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that. Like driving a Benz of, donation, which is supposed to go to AIDS. Okay, obviously make it legal by getting a percentage. But just before Fazar says whatever he's saying, there are guys who say there are places in Kenya where people would not survive without these NGOs, like northeastern Kenya.
That's
those,
true.
Those people are like government there. Like they're the ones providing stuff, digging boreholes and stuff. So I guess,
Maybe on the
The
same
silver
train of
lining,
thought,
maybe.
there was when USAID came out. Is it true that the AIDS numbers in Nairobi has gone back up? Because a lot of the medicine that was given for HIV and AIDS was donated, and right now it's been privatized, and it's an expensive thing to get. So the numbers are back up. Have you guys heard of that?
I've heard of the numbers coming back up. But is it because of that or because of younger people?
So how do
having
guys
mad,
get AIDS? They
unprotected
kula raw,
sex?
ama? Like
Yeah,
first date. As a rule of thumb, would you kula raw first?
I've cooled raw.
First date.
It's like you cooler with protection for the first 2 rounds, and then the third you don't use.
Yeah, that's
protection.
normally the
But
case.
are there condoms that don't, like even this feather light or skin light or whatever it is, it still feels like a condom? Is there a condom that doesn't feel like a condom?
No, I don't think there is. You guys.
That's a business idea.
the only
called
condom
marriage.
which
That's
doesn't-
how we get out of economy class.
The only condom that doesn't feel like a condom is called a dry.
Dry nini?
A condom which doesn't feel like a condom. Because you go in dry. Check it.
Nyama kwa nyama.
So check it. The reason I feel that the AIDS cases are going up is the younger guys are not scared of having unprotected sex. Bro.
These guys are just fucking.
Yeah, they're just getting in. You guys scuba diving without the gear.
So do you
They
feel
don't really
do you
care.
feel sorry for them, or you're like fuck it? It's less people
No, I
meaning
feel
more food
scared.
for us.
No, I feel scared because this diseases really go around fast. A friend of mine runs a pharmacy, and he told me about this guy who walked in and he had all the STDs known to man. So this guy had gone for this, you get into
Summer
a
tides.
matatu.
Oh,
And then you go towards viewpoints.
those road trips.
Yeah.
I've
So
seen
they were
those.
there was an orgy inside that mat.
but wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. So they stop up all viewpoints, they start twerking and shit like that.
People
They are
fucking the
paid-
matris.
In the matris,
There are
outside the
pages on
matri.
TikTok that like promote those events. I've
Yeah.
seen those like Siju, we are going to Namanga.
What the fuck? When the
like
fuck did this start happening?
2.5 per person, and then the
a
videos are
thing.
like just chicks twerking in the
Yeah.
So you go on this matri and you can fuck any mama.
It's a sex, I guess because of the environment. Guys get
There's
really
alcohol
loose.
involved. There's a road trip.
So it's a sex tattoo.
It's like an adult.
That's a good one.
It's like an adult funky.
So
Because,
this
because
happens.
I went to a mixed school, and whenever we used to have funkies, we go for a music festival or
Fucking
anything.
in any bush?
Funky is basically
Functions.
in high
Oh,
school.
okay.
You go and visit another school, or you go for like a symposium or something.
Yeah.
So I was in a mixed school, which means we're using the same bus, both chicks and usually in school, obviously there's that demarcation. There's the boys' dormitory, there's the girls' dormitory. In the classroom is the same. We eat together, nini, but there's a clear. But now when it comes to the bus, there's a gray area, because we'll be told all the boys to sit at the back, but at some point, the chicks starts.
You mix.
There's a point where mummies
Start
begin.
coming, begin.
So what we'll do is you just talk to the chick that you want to hang out with and tell her to make sure that she sits closer to the back.
Then you dara all the way back.
Yeah, and then it's like 6 hours.
Check it, Bash.
It's at the dark. I once fingered a mummy, you guy, from the back. I was seated back, and she was at the front, and my hand was like, mind you, I'm not getting any pleasure for this. It's just for the thrill of it.
Your finger is straining.
Yeah, like my hand was.
Iliganda.
That day I realized that I have a joint here.
Yeah.
Like if you want it bad enough, you can bend your knee.
The first.
Have you ever done?
Femur
Have you ever done that where you're fingering a mama? Oh, shit, you guys are married guys talking about this stuff. You bastard guys.
No, it's those days for the scrolls.
Okay, those days for the scrolls, but you're doing it and you're pleasing her, but behind you're like, hey, my hand is spinning.
Yeah.
You're making
Then also you
faces
can't
over there.
sustain the speed at which they want you to move.
No,
check
so-
it faster. Check it. I'm on fastest.
No. I used to make that mistake where when they were getting excited, I used to change the rhythm. But the trick is you just maintain what you're doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. You don't need to add.
You don't need to add
Gear 4, bro.
And so you get
Just-
better at that doing naturally.
I think for them, you just get like a BPM and you maintain.
You
it.
maintain
It's like
it.
that's why like being a DJ is like the same thing.
You have to do spot.
They have, like you have to line up
don't
the
buy
tracks and
into
have
the
the
hype.
same BPM.
Think about
Beats
it.
per
You
minute,
have
you
to do
guys.
spot checks, yeah?
Okay.
You press here, what happens? Nothing. You press there, oh, something. You press here, nothing. Then you figure out a rhythm, and it's different for each mama. That makes them go. And the way what I realized with women is it's a steep. It's like a hill. It's a hill climb. And there's no shortcut to get to the top. There's no elevator. You have to just go up the
It's
hill.
just like
for
sustained
us guys,
effort.
we figure there, then we go Superman and we jump, right? So it depends with specific mamas. Always the hill climb, but you have to find the right steps.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Probably like 19.
Jesus Christ, you? But Manu?
I was maybe 23.
23.
Okay.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. 2016, how old would I be? 2016, 1991.
Like 67.
No, seriously. Back calculate, producer. 25. I lost mine in 2016.
Okay.
27. I think 2016, 2017.
Uh,
I think 25, 26 years old, I was a virgin.
uh.
You guys are
So,
not pulling shit.
I don't know about you in your heyday, yeah? But was the thought of AIDS a real thing in your mind?
So when I was growing up, I was just awkward. I never thought about sex. I wanted to get laid, but I was just very awkward.
Just
Around
concerned about
chicks.
data centers.
Around chicks, bro. Even data centers wasn't in there. Like there were chicks that would hit on me.
What did you think like you would be growing up at that point? Because we all have this vision of, when you're in high school and everything is rosy and rainbows and you think you can just be anything you decide to. What was your vision of like right now? Back then?
Bro, I have
Me had no vision, bro. Maybe I
similar.
was living one day at a time. Check it one day at a time.
I didn't. All I wanted. I was hoping that by the time I get to this age, I would have so much money. I'd be traveling the world. I'd do this. It's not the reality, and I think one thing that sobered me up is just realizing how difficult it is. By the time you get to your 30s, and you're like, "Fuck." All the hopes
They
and
should have
dreams
taught
I
us
had.
about consistency and stuff like that. Not them.
Yeah, one thing is I wasn't consistent. I said no to a lot of
Problem.
opportunities growing up. But you see, the thing is, I was telling these guys that the Sexcapades came after my heartbreak because I'd only been with one mama, and then I started making a lot of money. Imagine being a 27-year-old, all right, newly single. You have 3 million bob in the bank account. Hey. I was telling these guys earlier, I went, bought 2 Italian suits, 70K each, bought 40K perfumes.
What deal did you pick together? 3 meters.
It was a combination of deals.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. It was a good year.
Very
How long
good.
did it take you to accumulate it?
I think the whole of 2020, yeah, it's about COVID, things really picked up for me.
Okay, why are you selling masks?
No, it's data centers.
It's making manual. People are dying. You guys.
because because of COVID, what happened
Like,
is...
yes, I'm into data, but do you have a sanitizer? Okay.
I think we were the first Indian to bring a shipment of masks. You guys.
But you check it,
So-
because of COVID, what happened was everyone couldn't access their offices. And so their server spaces. So like, let's put it in a data center where it's secure, where the internet is there. So that money started coming in. It was like money I had never had before. And I remember I disabled my Instagram account because I was quite depressed. So as I started buying the suits, I started buying the perfumes, compliments started coming in, went back online. Mamas that were chasing me back then started engaging.
They
the DMs.
reappeared.
Bro.
How do they smell, success, this guy.
I think the perfume.
No, but what I was doing, what I was
Shout
doing
out to
is
Zayn.
I was posting more on socials that I'm traveling, I'm here, I'm
okay,
this
okay.
corporate guy, LinkedIn.
What are you saying?
You know, like when you guys come, I'm not bringing a fourth mic. You guys don't give me a chance. Like conversation goes so fast. I have a list.
It's okay, don't
Ah,
worry.
Start
closest
with
one.
penguins.
Fuck the penguins. So, do you
Fuck
guys
him.
Ah, Polar bears, but
do you guys know what HIV undetectable is?
where you're on the drugs, right?
Yes.
But if you do a test,
Your
it will
viral
be
load
seen.
is
Yes.
You have HIV in your body, but the amount is so low, you can dinya whoever you want. As long as you're on the meds, it's non-transferable.
Or you also can't transfer it.
You cannot transfer it. It's in your
Oh, that's
body.
cool.
It's 200. It's a certain number of how much you have.
So it's medicine that helps you not transfer.
So it reduces your viral load so low that it's not an issue to you or to anyone else.
Okay, question.
Yes.
When you have HIV, if you come in a mama's mouth, can she get HIV?
Yeah. I think
No, it's a very
fluids.
good question, actually.
Yeah, seriously.
I think through fluids you
I'm
can.
gonna Google this, but on
Like if she's a throat goat.
Maybe if she has a wound in her mouth.
yeah, it would be like if like maybe
If she has a
maybe she
cut.
bites and then you have blood or something.
Yeah.
Have you
But
Extremely rare, very rare.
Very rare.
is it?
That's what Google
is
is
the
saying.
viral load reduced by the med? Ama consistency on the med.
If you stop the meds, you're fucked. You go back up. You have to keep the meds on every month.
So
whatever it is.
it's a build up to that place where now.
So you do
you're-
it for like 6 months, then you're at a certain place, then you maintain medication.
So when you did it, like how long?
When I did it, go fuck yourself. Fuck yourself. End out you did, yeah.
This guy is undetectable.
No, but that's cool. Like HIV is no longer scary like back in the day.
It's not
Okay, so if you get HIV, you can live a normal life.
to
Yeah.
a degree, yes. There is like some, what do you call it? Some experimental cure, so to speak. There's only a handful of people who've actually been cured.
Yeah.
But yes, you can live a life. The thing is,
Also, you can even have a child who doesn't have.
yes. But
The virus.
the thing with that is it becomes like, if you are undetectable, do you tell the people you're denying that you have HIV but it's undetectable, or do you not?
I think it's responsible to
Yeah,
do
I
that.
think it's illegal actually to,
to not.
not to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bash, would you tell if you had HIV?
He's not telling
Tell
us now.
the person, no? But
Yeah.
Can you tell that you have it?
Ama, you just say you have HIV and amnesia. What was your second question?
Yeah, so the one with Elon Musk and donating to cure world hunger. So I give context here. Guy went to Twitter, said,
World hunger.
I'll donate $6 billion if you can tell me how it would cure world hunger. The World Hunger, WF, whatever they're called, World Food, whatever, they put up a whole transparent explanation. They were very specific. This will not cure world hunger, but it will help a lot. It was completely transparent. Everything was on board. Jama was like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing it. He put a bit of money into his own charity and said, okay, boohoo, move on with life.
But these guys, I'm sure they wanted to make
For him, it was just-
dollar off.
No, for him, it's just
They wanted
hype.
to glean.
Elon Musk
Like
was
that was an
hype.
opportunity. They're like, hey, we can clear maybe some
100%.
4B and then we clear 2B for that plan.
That's the thing is, unless you have your own organization and your own people.
No, but see, that's what the thing. This
running
thing
it.
was completely transparent. Everything was like, this is where everything will be allocated. This
They
is how
said it's transparent.
they put it up. Everything is there. Like where
And
the
then
money
they
will
wrote,
go.
this is transparent.
No, everything was there. Like that's the thing is they put it up for everyone to look
But
at.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I feel like some of these organizations just want to survive for a certain amount of time. Like you have this organization, you get a large tranche of cash, so you're guaranteed for the next 5 years.
Uko set.
Let
You can
me-
pay your salos and maybe do a couple
Let
of
me play
things.
devil's advocate here because I've seen a couple documentaries. So the thing is, you can't just throw money and let's
That's
say,
a problem.
Let's say you have an African country, whatever it is, doesn't matter. You have an issue where
Kenya.
people are starving. Okay, Kenya doesn't really fall, but okay, let's use Kenya.
Yeah.
You have all this money. What do you do with it? Do you go buy food and then give it to everyone you see? Here is unga, here is maize, here's water. And then every month you just give them a month's supply. Do you now invest into like industries? You tell them, look, we're going to build for your farm, grow your own food. You can grow it, here's enough for you. This rest you go sell to other people, you make money. Do you now get it into education? If you teach people about how the world works, how life, give them education, they cannot grow up.
Damn.
You just dropped my phone.
Sounds
I did
expensive.
not touch it, but yes.
Shit.
That's why the screen is broken.
Damn.
But
Sorry.
so in the thing of education, do you educate them? Do you send them abroad to make money? Do you help them build their country? There is no one answer fits all. You know, some places you can go donate money, the militia comes, kills people and takes it. Then what are you going to do? You know, you're there with your UN peacekeepers who've just got blue helmets and no guns. There is never a straight answer. Yes, there are some people who eat, like even Greenpeace locally. Fuck those people. Those people are there to make money. Every donation they get a percentage. When I see the message, I'm like, fuck you. You know.
Yeah, I guess it's a dilemma because of the human condition.
And it's the same thing. Like, you know, when you're driving, there's a poor person over there asking you for money. Yes, you can give them money. You're going to go buy food. Those guys are going to go buy glue. How do you know?
Yeah.
So now do you see that every poor person and their child, you're not going to give them money because they're going to buy glue?
Yeah, I've told Bash the story. There was this guy who gave, he was doing a social experiment, gave a beggar on the street 100 G's, right? Beggar took the money and went to the next car, you guys. So they didn't take the money and go and say, let me go start a biashara or something. Then they just continued at, maybe they were like, now let me look for the next guy who'll give me 100K.
Because there's a very popular kid on the Westie roundabout. I think for those of you that use Westlands roundabout know this guy. He's been there since a young teen.
He's grown up there.
He's grown up there. And there have been instances, I know my mzee tried helping him, school fees, this and that. They're not interested. They're so accustomed to the lifestyle. They're happy with it. And you still see him there today. He'll recognize you. So maybe it's also a mindset thing.
I think so, man.
Because here's the thing. There's a lifestyle, there's a community, there are people they work with. And also, I've heard this, where beggars are part of unions in Kenya. What that means is it's a cash collection front. So they get people...
Like it's organized.
It's organized. What they do is they get people who are... I think it's paraplegic, you call them, right?
Sometimes they paraplegic. They get people...
like
and
Slumdog Millionaire, they do that.
Yeah.
They basically give you...
They get them from like Tanzania.
And yeah, even DRC kids have been brought over here.
Then a van distributes them to various spots.
Yes, and then you put them to work. And then these street boys rise and they get in positions of managing other street boys. So you get privileges. And you know, the thing is, there's a very funny way of how Yakuza hire people or bring them into organizations, which ties into street boys and all these gangs.
Okay.
Orphans, kids who are not wanted, don't belong. Because you can build unity in them, you can build discipline. These are the dogs that have been thrown away by society.
They're rejected.
They're rejected. And that's why they join the crime and they're loyal to their masters. So it only explains why a street boy would be there working the same corner for years on end, despite... And I'm sure Kenyans have seen this guy and have tried and helped him and done anything they can.
Yeah.
Right?
But now, if you take that concept of a beggar, right, who's at a certain roundabout,
Yeah.
then now you extrapolate that to a country. So, and if you just think of our own country, maybe we're just on the same spot because we are that beggar, right? We're always
We're used to this.
Yeah, we're just waiting. An administration comes in. They know, hey, how we get money? Go and pitch to the Chinese, to the Indians, to the Americans. We get a bag of money, do a couple of projects, make some money for ourselves. And then we go to the next one. So I think, especially across the African continent, we are like that beggar, but now on a country scale.
Which is a good question for you both. Have you ever let fear make decisions for you? Have you cowered away from opportunities because you're scared of something that happened?
Yeah. Me, I go through that every day.
Talk to me
Because
about
for me, it's not even about fear. It's because, I come from Eldoret, right? And I come from like a very humble background, kabisa. You know, and the entire reason I'm in Nairobi is because of school and academics, and then it's like you just have to be excellent at whatever you have to do to get from that position to me. And then the problem is now you meet people who is like when you go to like an international school, now you meet the standard is that. So like you are constantly leveling up, but then the moment you level up from one point to the other, then you realize now there's another and there's another and there's another. So when that happens long enough, there's that fear of, do I really belong? Do I really, like you've been in rooms where you're like, damn, like,
I felt so out.
shit.
I mean,
Like you feel like an imposter.
there's...
So for me, that is the fear that I always have. It's like I'm brilliant enough to be in certain rooms, but once I get there, it's like
How do
like you,
yeah,
like
it's like
you get the imposter syndrome, right?
yeah, because it's like for certain people it's so natural because they've grown up in that situation.
And that's the thing is, like, let's say each of us have gone from different upbringings. But on a global scale, if success were to come to us, do you think we would be able to manage that at a global scale?
Like as a country, for example.
No, as individuals.
Or as individuals.
Yeah.
Like global success.
Yeah.
I think how you're behaving on each rung shows how you'll behave on that global scale. Like if you can manage the success, like right now as your channel is blowing up at this level, and you can still keep your cool, you're still doing your thing. Like if you can just keep that going all the way to the point where you're at 1 million subs, you're interviewing presidents and stuff like that. I think that's how you measure success. But if you're already growing crazy at 50K subs, your lifestyle is changing, you're hanging out with women, you're not being faithful to your wife and shit. You guys, that's just a picture of how you're going to be when you reach those high levels. And maybe you're not even going to reach there. There's somebody who was narrating, actually, I am Marwa. He's a YouTuber. So he was talking, now he's just hit 600K subs. And he was talking about how he got there. And he says he has many friends who got to 20K, 30K, and they quit and jumped off the bus.
I will say this. I had a very sobering conversation with my mzee the other day. I love my mzee. I love him to bits. We
Love him too. Shout out to him,
bro.
He's a realist. He looks at things that have been done and bases his opinion on fact. As far as he's concerned, the podcast is still fiction. And we had because I've gone through a few financial bumps over the past couple of weeks, and I've been stretched thin, and it's a sobering reality to wake up. And it fundamentally made me realize the human spirit, especially for men. When you don't have money versus when you have money in your bank account, you're two different people. All right? And he was telling me, Beta, how long are you going to continue this charade? So he still doesn't believe in it.
Well, what's his
There's no money
analysis?
There's no money coming in. You're 3 years in, all right? You're spending 3 years worth of money.
Okay.
In his reality, he's looking at it as a business. 3 years in, you've spent so much money building this business. At least by year 1, there should be a return. Where's the money? I had the same conversation with my boss. I did a presentation. I showed him the upside, how many views we're getting. But he's like, what's the return?
Okay. But if you look at
and
that...
both of them told me two things.
Okay.
Just stop the podcast. You've done it long enough. This is as far as you've taken it, and be proud of yourself. You've built something. Hang up your gloves. And these are people that I am so close to. These are people that I love. These are people that are mentors, and they're telling me hang up the gloves for the podcast. This is in the last month.
Have you heard Joe Rogan say it took him 5 years to start making $1?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw actually last week. I saw a clip where he was saying it took him around 5 years. If you look at there's a tab on YouTube where it says earnings over time. Is that growing?
Yeah, it's growing, but
maybe it's not growing at the rate you want. But if you look at last year in this time of the month,
it's different. It's growing.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, and we can talk numbers here. So and we'll be very open. I spend about 100 to 125,000 a month on this podcast. That goes into the salary for him, the editors,
the lights.
Equipment now, I mean, we pull the trigger, spend 2 million bob, paid that off. Just recently paid that off.
Does your dad see the equipment as assets, like when he's doing the calculations?
He's the one who loaned me the initial.
Okay.
The money.
And he told me to pay him back. Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's like, just take your time and pay.
He fronted it.
He fronted it. I went to the bank to get some portion. He's like, don't take the full amount. I will give you some. So he believes in it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't believe it was a very sobering conversation to have. So I paid him off. The day job is funding all this, okay? Now I have to move to a studio. On top of that, that means another 50 to 70,000 bob rent. This was the first month I made 1,000 euros. That's because I had Big Homie CC.
Shout out to Big Homie CC.
The reality is, how many months can you get Big Homie CC? And between then, every month is maybe $200 to $300. When does it get to a place where it makes $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000? How far can I stretch this? Right? How far can I take this along and realize that maybe social currency is not worth it? And it's very hard to have that conversation with two of your role models, your dad and your former boss. who are in some ways former bosses have achieved multiple of millions, and both of them are telling you to keep it off. But then I see what we're doing here. I see the camaraderie we've built. I see the amount of people that tune in. And that's why when we were having that conversation about being delusional, it was stemming from that conversation I had with my dad. That was just the conversation we had that day. That let me fucking be delusional. Why does it have to be the fact that you guys, if you don't believe me, it's fine, as long as I believe in myself.
Yeah.
And I'm going to draw this out as far as I can, because if I fail, then fine. I failed on my own accords. But it's hard, bro. It's so hard having that conversation that people are doubting you, that are close to you, you know?
Yeah. I guess Bash and I have been lucky because you see, like for you guys run things as a family, you know. Personally, I've been lucky in regard to the podcast. First of all, I don't have kids, so that helps.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not paying
Fuck them
fees.
kids.
And then I had my house in Kitengela, so I wasn't paying rent.
Which is amazing.
So I just needed a little spot in Nairobi to grow. And, you know, to be honest, we've grown.
Yeah.
Sindio Bash, like we've grown. You know,
You can
we've
look at my
gotten-
size now. You can know the podcast is growing by
has
my
taken-
kgs.
It has taken a while, but we've grown. We're able to pay our rent.
Which is amazing.
We're able to pay the Wi-Fi. We're able to, like, after we do a live stream, somebody can go home with a G or 2 or 3.
That's dope.
You get what I'm saying? We're able to just do a couple of things. I'm now out, meaning I'm fully depending on the podcast right now to make a dollar, because I'm not doing a lot of comedy. So the podcast is the only way of making it. But there's a market difference between when we started last year with Bash in that little studio and now. Like I'm seeing, like I can see it. So obviously we run our thing a bit differently. I feel like you have an advantage because you have a team, so you guys work together. And obviously because of your day job, you need these guys to help with the other
100%,
stuff.
yeah.
But in regard to that graph of how much money you're making, like it's just going like this.
Yeah, it is.
So I feel like we just need to survive long enough for it to reach that level where it's sustaining us and sustaining our families.
Yeah.
And even the people around us can see, hey, this thing is bringing in. So now for you, because you're doing things with family, you just have to keep on going until it reaches that point.
You get how hard is that, where you literally have people staying in the same roof telling you.
But which I feel like is also could be an
And
advantage to you because
it's not his
it
fault.
pushes you.
Yeah, it's not his fault, because come to think about it this way, he's never seen anyone on YouTube in his circle of influence or in his community make it. How many of us have? Right, that we know someone personally who's making millions off YouTube.
About Moaf, bruh.
Moaf has reached there.
Yeah.
So, but
And
Moaf,
we've seen it happen. We've seen
And,
him
how,
grind.
how long did it take for Moaf to?
Like the other day,
to
it was
get to
just
that
there
But
with
remember,
like 200 subs and
Moaf-
like 200 views and stuff.
sometimes I
like
think Moaf just records about different topics. So if something happens in Kenya, he goes and searches a folder.
yeah. Okay, so
Accident on Wayaki, we upload.
he's found a rhythm
Yeah.
that's working for him, but we are seeing it working. Like we're seeing him doing it every day, and he's doing it full time, and he's going hard, and it's working for him. So meaning each of us here and the other guys who are building their podcast need to find their own rhythm. Look at you now. Like Kitambos used to do 1 episode a week.
One like every fucking 10 days.
Now
bro.
you're doing stuff, you're doing live streams, like you're here on a Saturday, we're here chilling and doing this thing. So I think each one of us will find a rhythm. Even us were pretty inconsistent during our initial days, because of also life. Like sometimes you can't afford just to go and do the podcast. Huh? You'd rather just go to Seychelles, then you come back with some money.
Well, how's the money?
Each one of us will get a rhythm.
I think one of my biggest flaws is, and my mom will agree with this, is my reach sometimes exceeds my grasp. And I overspend, right? I spend stupidly, right? I don't save. I save in stupid things and invest. And because my mind is, all right, I'm spending this much and I always donate. I fucking 100% give money away because I feel that's a funnel in which money comes back.
Yeah.
And so far it's worked, right? I'll go a bit crazy. I'm like, I'm broke. And then 1 month, 2 months, I'm like, boys, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, you called that guy from that hotel.
So it happens in such a way, but how? And maybe a reality is my lifestyle versus your lifestyle. Okay, what I'm put on myself right now was the biggest mistake I did growing up. What you guys have heard this when people say when you get a salary increase, don't change your lifestyle. I was that motherfucker. Every salary increase, bro. Now I've got a gym trainer.
Level up.
Yeah, now I've got this. Now I've got subscriptions. Now I've
Fire that gym trainer, you guys.
You just
The fuck?
so
The
it
economy
changes.
is the only thing stretching you thin.
You get, we are emotional right now.
We're emotional, Barnabash.
Stop joking when you're
Stop
emotional.
joking. But how what's your financial situation like? Are you living a very simple life? Are you doing what you want? What's both of you? And the question is, if I'm asking any question, is what's the plans, the sustenance, like the money plan?
Okay, for me now I don't have a salary, right? So
Pod is paying fully.
yeah, the pod is paying for my life more or less. Like, so
Can
I'm trying.
Can we talk
I'm
numbers?
trying-
We can bleep the numbers, but just for my sake.
No, okay. When we did the 20, was it a 12-hour live stream?
Yeah.
For the first time we hit 1,000, but that was because guys were really giving donations,
$1,000.
1,000 euros.
Fuck off,
We did more than 1,000.
bro. That's insane for the 12-hour live stream.
Yeah, but guys were giving donations to buy the camera, right? You remember we were doing
This
it?
is a podcast live stream.
No, the 12-hour live stream to buy the,
The
FX30.
FX30.
Ah, okay. I remember that.
Yeah. So that
Yeah, I
was
donated also. Remember?
Yeah, but
Shout
they
out to
shout
you,
out. You
you
guys, you've donated. In fact, you're a member of our podcast. Bruh, you guys.
Giving back
Finya
to the
yokitu.
poor, you guys.
Yeah.
I love your
So
content. Bro.
from that time, we've been sort of, you get to 700 to 800. Like that's we're dancing around that figure.
Can we keep the numbers in? Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're dancing around there. But now we're still clearing some bills. I think we have some few in terms of debt.
Yeah.
We have some little debt. Okay. But that aside, I feel like and one of the reasons I quit the radio station was so that because people had invested so much on our podcast, even financially, I was like, the only way to give back would be to like give my life and time into the podcast. You get what I'm saying? Like this can't fail.
This was the right move.
Like people have invested their cash into this thing.
I think you banned the bots.
Yeah, I just said, all right, let me just go full in. So I've made my life pretty simple. I don't drive around much. All right. I drive only when necessary. I just make sure all the bills are covered for the studio. Like the studio has to be covered. The rent and the Wi-Fi and condiments when guys come in. There's some money for milk and
Casing.
bread and shit like that. So I'm keeping my life simple like that until we grow to a place where, and I had this conversation with Bash and Kinanduta. We're like, okay, now when we get this level, we can begin paying ourselves this amount of money. All right? We can begin giving ourselves this amount of money every month. And then we grow. As we are growing, like we grow like that, like sky's the limit.
Sky's
now.
the limit, yeah.
Yeah. But now it's really helped that now I'm on the podcast full time because we're churning out more content on a continuous basis. Because now in a day we do like
I'm happy
we do like
to say
4 hours of podcasting. Like last night I was with Bash there.
Till like 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
I tuned
man,
in for
3
that
a.m.
as
And
well,
also
yeah.
shout out to Bash and Duta and George and Kina Mike One because they also give their time and show up over there.
So I know we've talked about staying positive and being not letting doubt seep through our mind, but you guys go through that. Maybe we can start with Bash.
Maybe Bash can speak for himself.
No, 100%. And I think when you're talking about your dad telling you about something that you're passionate in, telling you how it's not gonna work out or something like that. Like I go through that because I spent 6 years, doing an engineering degree, and when I started doing comedy, like you see the way your dad is looking at you as if it's a face. That's how my mom still views it. Like 7 years later, this guy is still on it. And I realized for her it was never even about the money, because I've had conversations with my classmates who decided to do engineering and it's not that sustainable. Like you get a contract for 3 months, the hours are shit, the pay is not that good, and then now you have to look for, it's like imekuwa kama squad. It's not sustain, it's not permanent and pensionable like that. So on this other side, the limit, there's no limit on the amount of money I can make on this other side. From gigs, from doing the podcast, from radio, there's a lot of money coming in, but that does not matter to her. For her, it's about you having a certain title. Like my son is an engineer
In this big company.
Yeah.
But you are an engineer. You did the
I am, but like if she's asked, what does your son
what
do?
does your son do?
What does your son do?
She can't say stand-up
Yeah,
comic.
which is why for me the radio helps a lot, because now I can tell my mom I have a job.
Yeah.
What did she think about when you went to her and told her I have a radio gig?
No, she was definitely happy. But even before that, because at some point, after my dad died, because he was the one providing a lot, I was like, I made a promise to myself where I'm like, I know, because my small bro was still in high school. So I'm like, just don't want to pressure my mom financially at all. So for a very long time, I was still just trying to unganisha things in Nairobi, in Nini, but I was like, I'd never call her for anything, because I'm like, she needs to pay school fees. She's going through her own thing. And that went on. So when the radio gig happened, now it's when now I can be like, okay, now I can.
At least control.
Yeah, because now my bro is also now, I think he's doing like not an internship, but like he's basically just training to do something.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so let me pay his rent. So I'm taking like loads off her.
Yeah.
Which is now a positive to me, and it's an indicator to her that at least like I'm not a burden anymore. But like for her, I don't think it matters that much. It's not even about the money like that. It's about that title.
I can't wait till we all make it, bro.
No, we are. But look at, even during this journey that we're trying to get to a certain level, like look at the communities we've built, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said here in this, like I was watching you guys when I was in Kita, you guys were playing music, remember?
Yeah.
And then like you're sitting here, you have 100 people plus listening to what you're, watching what you're doing here. Like those 100 people, like with time, if you build these 100 guys and feed them well, they'll double. Like those are principles of life. Like if you work on a thing, tend to your garden, give it, time, put in the manure, it'll work. Unless there's an act of God which happens.
What's the
And
saying?
even if it happens, you start again, bruh.
What's the saying? Roots before fruits.
Yeah, bruh. So we just need to hang in there, keep doing what you're doing. Like someone like you have a huge advantage. I feel like your content is even, like it's global. Like someone in South Africa can tune in and watch and still get what you're doing. But now we just need to keep doing what we are doing, because the communities we are building are crazy, bruh.
The Ziggers, by the way.
It's
Can we
wild.
shout out the Ziggers, please?
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to the Ziggers.
The coffee pump guys, what are they called, bruh?
The coffee pumpers.
The coffee pumpers.
Oh, that's what you guys are called.
You have a suggestion for a name?
I have a question for you guys. Do you think naming your audience increases the loyalty? Like, for example, the way we have Abel Mutua with Wakurugenzi, the way we have Mike Check with Checkmates. And then you see, like, the following these guys have, because of naming the audience, it translates to loyalty.
I
So do you think,
have a name for our guys. It's called Bastard Guys.
yeah.
No, we have
these guys-
we have a voice note for Bastard Guys, isn't it? You bastard guys.
Why have you finished parallel for that shit? Checky, these guys name themselves.
Yeah, I think
They
name them.
create the culture from what you're presenting to
So
them.
Ziggers
We
name
didn't name
themselves.
them, yeah. We
you
didn't
guys-
say, the people are watching on Ziggers. No. They'd come to the comments and say, Nzige 001, Nzige 02 from Nakuru. So they take the culture that you're presenting here and they read it and they give themselves the name that they need. My friend George Oeru, he has a pod called Laugh Life. So they call themselves Laugh Lifers.
Lifers, yeah.
He never named them. They just take up a word that you keep saying or something you keep repeating and they
Which is a good
name
point.
themselves.
I think by the time we get to like 300 episodes in, you will see that cult form.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Manu's early episodes? Do you a favor and go and see them. And if we can put it up on the screen. I remember there was once you had comedians that come to your house and you were like on an L shape so
In
far.
Kite.
Oh,
Kite.
that's a members only video, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm a member, so I see
He
this.
has a
Was it in
dollar.
Kite?
It was
Yeah,
somewhere, but now it's like,
iko time ya COVID.
you get the audio, and not to hate, but
No,
the
no, no, there's no
audio
problem.
was
was shit.
shit. The video was like, what? And guys were still watching, and you've come so far.
You guys, there was once we were in the studio with Bash, and then the lights went out.
I saw the one in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get in to tell guys that the lights have gone out. But guys were staying there and they were increasing. So at some point they were like
The
200
podcast they've done in the dark.
250 guys watching us in the dark.
the fucking
no
dark.
mics. They're just seeing our silhouette. Yeah? So I'm like, damn, this is great. So we did that thing for about an hour and a half.
When are you going to launch, like monetize the brand, like with the honey? What's the plan for that?
Kisiangani.
Bash, see, I
But
came up with a name.
I gave props and people are telling me that I stole the name. No, I said
Kisiangani
like Saj ndo
ni
alisema hii
mimi.
jina.
Yeah, you guys, shout out to you. For,
When are you?
No, so we need to increase our production, bro. Our production we are not producing enough to give it that much oomph. So let me increase.
we make it. I'll invest.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off air, man.
Well, because I think that's something.
we
bro.
go to Londeti, you see where the Kisiangani comes from.
We'll do mushrooms, yeah?
Yeah.
I won't promise you,
You should with me.
bruh. You guy.
But I'm telling you.
Are you
Bash
scared
will
you'll
come-
fall in love?
No, me. So we
Getting to drugs at
Look,
the age
we've
of
been with
45
you.
is strange.
look what we do.
Take
Is,
a minute and get drugs nikiwa 45 years. Tunamuidi planet wa Sajid.
but we'll do a boys trip, all of us. We get food. We do that.
And we'll stay at my place. We have enough space.
I'm telling you, it's a bonding experience. He was everything against that experience, but when we had it, he was part of it.
And look at him now.
Look at him now,
Staring into the sky.
Fazza, would you do it? Would you do it again?
It's a very, like, okay, you've never done weed, right? You know, sometimes when, I don't know, explain it, you've had like a long day, you're just chilling, you're relaxed, you're calm, you put on headphones, or whatever it is you do. Like for me, I put on headphones, listen to a bit of music, just relax. You know, that's how it felt. Everything is calm, it's relaxed, you're with people you love, you're laughing, we're laughing because we're laughing, you know, people, they come and everyone's just laughing. You're relaxed, you're calm, nothing is sumboing you. You don't really feel, you know, there's no ati, you feel like, and then you crash or something. You just chill, just.
And
I
think I scared him with my experience with acid. But acid is a different.
Tell me what happened on acid. But you guys still have time. You're good for time.
What time is
What
it?
time is it?
I can't read this.
Yeah? 4:30. 4:30.
4:30.
Okay.
You guys are still okay for time.
Yeah.
What time is your show?
Around, I need to be there at around 6.
Okay, to so tell me what happened on acid.
With acid, it's like there's just like a veil that opens.
But
You see,
how do you take acid first of all?
it's like a piece of paper.
The one you put on your tongue.
Yeah.
How much?
It's so strong that like it was like, was it like a milligram or something? So the
it's like
dosage
a-
is so small. It's like they
An
drop
ear-
a drop
Yeah.
Okay.
of LSD into the paper, and then you just
So where do you put
it
the
in.
paper? In your mouth?
In your tongue.
But in your ass, if you're feeling adventurous.
How about on your member? So you put it on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
You
And
spit on
then
the
it,
paper, but
it dissolves.
the paper dissolves?
Yeah.
And how long before the kick?
Because we took it in the house, and then we were going to Ololua.
Oh, that's the one you told on the stories
Yeah.
on the podcast where you got violent. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like it unveiled a version of me that was always there. Like that fear and that anxiety manifested into violence. Because now everything that you've been bottling up with some of these drugs, they come out. Like that version of you that you've been keeping inside of you comes out.
That's a bit
So I think
scary.
after that, like all that anger and all that, and it was around that time of Maandamano. So I guess I was also there were a lot of anger towards the government and Nini, a lot of suspicion.
Yeah.
So that was the time people were getting abducted, and I thought my friends were trying to abduct me, and like that's where all that came from. So first of all, before you do acid, you need to do something called purging. So you need to like really sit with yourself and like for 6 months just try and like look deep within what is something that inakusumbuanga sana. Like deal with those things first.
Before
So if you go there well prepared and you go there with an intention, because the problem with that, it takes a tangent. Any small emotion, you
goes
go with
extreme.
it. So for me, it was fear. But if you go and do acid and your intention is, just finding yourself, as you say, you got the intention of, something else. If it's a positive emotion, you're going to have a good trip.
Guys say when you die and get out of your body, that's if you believe in having a spirit and stuff, your senses are amplified like to 1 billion%.
Like a DMT release or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So maybe when you take this stuff, it inhibits your body, and now you become that more of your spiritual being.
I think
you're
it
more
shows
aware.
you. It shows you a version of that. What's beyond the veil.
I think so.
But what's weird is, this is all inside you. All right. And what you're seeing is the reality in front of you in another dimension.
Maybe you're seeing now with your spiritual eyes.
And that's what I'm
Because
saying.
they say when you look at a tree, it looks like it's throbbing, right?
Yeah,
Like it's pulsing.
So let's look at this monster can. Yeah, you can't see it now, but can you see these? Like, just feel the texture. It's rough.
Yeah.
I could see each
Yes, yes.
bead,
Or you could see it.
each of them, and I could see the condensation on the side of the can. And it was at the same time my senses were heightened. Right? You look in your eyes, you see each fabric that makes up the eye, and you also view yourself from a third-party perspective. Like, are you a piece of shit? You lie to people. Are you a womanizer? Are you all these things? You start facing those demons. And then and as Bash was saying, you have to walk in with the answers. There are questions you want answers for, and you go in with that intention. But the main thing is, you have to realize you're in control of the ride. So whenever it goes left, you have to consciously think positive things, which is very difficult because it's a very bumpy
Because
ride.
you're thinking in that heightened state.
Yeah.
And it helps if you have like a sitter, as you're saying.
Yeah. So
Just to add on this, like, because you're getting up close and personal. So before the trip, like, I was bottling so much because I'm fucking 22, but I put so much weight on myself because of my dad not being around, carrying family, like drama and all this trauma. And that night when we did the mushrooms, like, a voice just asked me, just told me, you are still young, stop carrying all this trauma. And that's what got actually really emotional for me that night.
You wept.
guys were crying, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you weep loudly or just quietly?
No,
I
he was on the
just-
corner.
Just the corner. Because it asked me, like, you're fucking 22, you're carrying all this trauma from these people. They're going on in their life. The question was, what about you? Do this for yourself. Stop carrying all this shit you're carrying. And yeah. So
Is that something you'd thought about before?
But I never,
It was buried.
it was buried because I never like focus on that emotion, because I'm like, okay, let's fucking go balls to the wall. But at that moment, I was like, you know what? Let me just be real with myself. All these people I meet and they're putting all this shit on me and I'm carrying all this heaviness. Why can't I just say fuck all this shit and just focus on me? Yeah, and Sajid was there for me in that moment. Man.
So was one of you not on the thing?
All of us were.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you have questions you want answered? Is there something that's...
Definitely. I think
What are some of them that maybe you can share with us here?
be top of mind because I've invested so much on the podcast. Like, what to do?
What's the purpose? Like,
No,
what do
my question normally is, what do I do in order to grow it? You know, because there's one thing of producing volume and, you know, using the, what's it called, brute force technique. But also there's just one thing probably you do which will just take you to the stratosphere. So that's normally my question. Like, what is that thing that I'm supposed to do?
In addition to that, anything else? On a personal basis, not tied to the podcast.
Maybe.
Do you have something that you ask yourself, like, what's my purpose in life?
I wonder why I'm the only one in my family who don't have kids. So sometimes it fucks with me. Because my small bro, like everyone has. Huge. So
Do you want
sometimes-
kids?
Yeah, I do. I do want kids. So it's a mystery to me that why I am the person that I don't know if it was destined or it's my choices which led me to this point. So the question is, why is it that it's me who's going through that? You know, so that's sometimes really heavy on my mind.
So you take those two questions, and as you take the mushrooms, you keep asking yourself that. It will get to a point where you dissociate from those questions because now this new reality is warped around you, and you're mesmerized by everything. And especially when you're in Londeti, and if we do it there, like everything just looks different. The leaves, the sky, the insects, the sounds. You'll be enamored by that. So the uphill climb is very difficult. You get a bit nauseous. Then as you get closer to the climb, you get a bit scared. And then as you reach the peak, that's when now you're hit with all this. And we're there. And what I'll tell you is you keep asking yourself those questions. And I ask myself those questions. And you just go into this phase where as you're at the peak and you're leveling out, the answers start revealing themselves to you. And then by the time you come on a decline, you'll be like, holy shit, I just had
How long does that last?
about 6 hours.
Damn.
6-7 hours.
That's crazy, bro.
But it doesn't feel like 6 hours.
It doesn't feel like 6 hours. And the thing is, what we're doing is music helps amplify the mood. And we had good music playing. We'll crack up on random jokes.
Even
We're
visuals,
there.
right?
Visuals, everything is different. So, and I'm there to control how you feel and how you see things. So I'll be there with you.
I'll be there with you.
I'll be there.
So you have to. There's Manu. It's just something you have to do.
We'll see.
As we start winding things down, I want your take on politics right now. Did you guys see recently Kalonzo and Sifuna told Ruto will meet you at the ballot? I have a question about that. Do you think these guys are paid opposition to divide the vote
I think.
and not have the Kikuyus congregating together?
I think if I was Ruto, right, I'd wait to see how this thing is forming because it's still forming. I feel like the opposition is still forming. They looked ragtag maybe a year ago. Now they look a bit more organized. They have a name. We have some faces to who's who in the opposition. So I'd wait to see who's there, and then I'd just look for the weakest link, and then I'd grease that guy with all that I got.
Do you think he's coming back, Bash?
Yeah?
Ruto.
I've had conversations with people, and I think we're talking with the MCA Woodley, DNG, and because he's a member of UDA, and it's like for them the confidence is crazy. Like he was like, yeah, like it's not even a question. Like Ruto is coming back.
Do you think it's because of echo chamber or they have a plan?
I don't think it's echo chamber. It's also like just being like you are the president now. Like not getting the second term is very hard if you are in the government.
When you're sitting president.
Yeah, like when you look at Olkalau and you look at Ni, because money is a big factor. You know, as much as we try to Ni, because you see Sifuna, you know, looking for funding and all these things. And it's like, when it comes to politics, it's about money. That's the truth. So I think there's the problem with the opposition is they're too scattered. Like if all these people just choose one person and, you know, Rigathi, Sifuna, Matiang'i, Kalonzo, all these guys just form a super opposition, maybe they have a chance. But if they are going to be divided in themselves.
Who was vying for the seat? Was it Kalonzo or Sifuna, or they just said, no, we'll meet Ruto at the seat? They didn't announce who was.
They haven't decided yet.
You guys, it's late now. Come on. It's late. If you remember leading up to the previous elections, Ruto had started 2 years.
Yeah. He used to.
Prior.
He was already on the ground. Right?
It was already on the ground. You're telling me a year.
Yeah. Okay, that's the disadvantage the opposition has. It's still ragtag. It's not organized. That's why the chances of Ruto, to be honest, the way it's looking now, the chances of him getting back in are higher. Because if the opposition wants to get him out, it has to be overwhelming. You know that one, even if I had a machinery to steal votes, it's like you see what happened in Olkalau. Like the opposition has to be organized to that level such that the defeat is so resounding. Like there's nowhere where you can say, no, this guy is... like there's no space to rig.
Could you guys educate
But that
me?
Requires a lot of organization on the opposition's part.
Could you guys educate me on what happened in Olkalau exactly? I don't pay attention to it.
I think it used to have a UDA candidate, right? And then he died. So he died.
Yeah.
And then...
There was a by-election.
So now they announced a by-election, right? Obviously, UDA wanted to get their seat back. This other guy called Gachagua was using that as a supremacy just to show that he has bite. So they organized themselves, then they campaigned. But the government, on the other hand, spent a lot of money also there. You know, they gave guys free mecos. They took
Gas.
a boat to one, like all Bossat or
They
something.
built roads.
Yeah, during that period.
So
But they still lost.
they still lost.
Yeah, they still lost.
And they lost to who?
They lost resoundingly.
DCP.
I think
Regard this party.
35,000 to 5,000. Yeah, that was the defeat. But that's only one spot. There's a previous election a couple of months ago where the government won these DCP guys. But maybe these guys, but also the guys on the ground, Uko in Olkalau, were very like they were checking, like if you're a stranger from that area, they turn you back. They were stopping cars, frisking cops to see if they're carrying votes and stuff. So the guys on the ground were pretty organized. So if that is extrapolated all over the country, that would give the opposition a chance. Okay? But I don't think that one victory is enough litmus test yet for a whole election where the president is unseated. These guys have to organize themselves really quickly, all right? Present who the candidate is. Then we see if that guy is popular enough for the masses to vote him in.
Do you think Babu takes Nairobi governor?
His supporters are very confident.
He's very popular.
Who's the other option?
Here, Jalas.
Jalas.
No, Jalas is running for senator.
Sakaja.
I don't think Sakaja will come back.
No,
right
as in
now.
Sakaja is gonna vie again. There's Ronald Karauri,
But
the
Sakaja-
Kasarani MP.
I guess
He's
then
also
Babu
vying.
then have a formidable
Actually,
opposition also.
Actually, Karauri
Karauri is
is
vying.
the guy that was on Eric's podcast.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The
captain.
pilot.
Pilot,
But
yes.
Pesa guy.
Yeah.
So, Sakaja definitely.
Sakaja has lost a lot of knee. Like even like I was talking to DNG, and even like this is you can watch the episode on Radio Generation, and like the way, because he's an MC and the way he's talking about Sakaja, it's like this guy is lazy. He's like and how many times have they tried to impeach Sakaja?
Yeah, he's been surviving that.
Yeah,
thread.
it took I think Raila to okoa him one time.
Yeah, true, man. There's somebody who posted a picture on X. I think it was somewhere in Embakasi. Then he's like, this place looks like a shithole. Like it looks like a shithole. Like that image which this person posted. Like Nairobi looks like this now. So I think Sakaja
It has if you
is
notice,
cooked.
have you driven around Nairobi recently? It's very withered away. There are no trees, very dirty. Construction in
It looks
every
rough.
corner. No one's happy. Everyone's miserable. It just doesn't remind me of the Nairobi.
back in the days.
Back
City
in
in
the
the
day.
sun.
I mean, during Kenyatta's last tenure, it was a bit difficult to say Nairobi because it was in a mess, but the mess was as a result of making the infrastructure, the expressway, right? But in general, just drive around Nairobi.
But they've tried to. Have you been to CBD lately? They've tried to create
haven't
some
been to CBD.
walkways. It looks really nice.
But CBD, most people are moving away from it, right?
Yeah, maybe
you-
now
if
they're
you-
trying to make it look good so that guys come back.
But Sakaja overall, when people mention him, they don't mention him in a positive light.
Yeah,
That's the general rhetoric.
yeah, true.
Babu, does he have the same thing?
Babu, people just
I mean,
have a rabid
recently there were stories that guy, what's his name, who went on Ikonini.
Ben Sirikal.
He was talking shit about Babu.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
There seems to be. Oh, his supporters are pretty rabid. They're also very interesting because when you ask questions about things like Evolve, they get very emotional. They're like, don't bring that up. But you have to bring that up, bro.
Yeah.
If you're gonna bring up a conversation about Babu, you have to bring that up. All right. But there's that question of forgive him. You know, we all have skeletons in our closet.
He paid for his sins.
Yeah, but no, we are not all running for office. If you're gonna run for office, guys are gonna dig up your skeletons. Some guy says he hasn't changed in regard to how he still has that arrogance streak about him, allegedly. So there's the school of thought of will this guy behave when he has power, or he'll still be belligerent and stuff like that. But if the question you've asked, who else is running? Even I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Sakaja's goose is cooked for sure. So like, who the heck is the other person who will be a formidable opposition?
And you guys will vote
Yeah.
the next elections.
Yeah.
Decided on who you want to vote for?
May I still have voter apathy, bruh, you guys. I've been disappointed by Kenyans enough times.
So you're like, it's enough for me.
Like, they always vote cray people in, man. You're like, why? Why would you vote this guy? Like, you know this guy, you've seen his track record, but bado unampigia kura. So it disappoints me. It disappointed me to a time I was like, I'm just going to chill in the digs and watch guys crash and burn because of their decisions. Because how did Ruto get in? Since people voted for him.
He was very popular.
Yeah.
I remember that time Baba was doing. Remember Baba brought out Diamond. Remember?
Yeah, I
During
remember.
the election, and I think Ruto was also doing his own
We have Nyayo Stadium.
Yeah, and I think the reason we have a lot of voter apathy for ourselves is I think there's a realization that we are not the majority. Like that's why Ruto is not trying to campaign in Nairobi.
Yeah, true.
Like
He's in
Ruto
Shags.
does not give a fuck about your
And
vote.
guys in Shags are so passionate about
Yeah,
politics.
because he understands those guys in Wajir, those guys in Sijui, like
Bungoma.
those numbers ziko huko. Sisi watu wa Nairobi, you can
Make noise on podcasts.
unasemanga we are just a loud minority.
I think Somalis are also
They're pro Ruto mbaya sana.
because he's given them a lot of them citizenship.
Yeah, a lot of favors have landed in that direction.
I think I'll have to vote as the audience.
Have you voted before?
Never.
Why?
It doesn't make a difference.
In what regard?
My
Like, what's your
my
mindset
belief
towards
was-
not voting?
My belief was whoever comes in, the country will just get procedurally worse. And you can argue I've been correct for the past, since 63, when we got independence, things have become more expensive. Things have become harder to get. Kenya is where it is, but generally if you ask there's a happiness meter in terms of how people are happy within the country, and it's gone lower and lower and lower each year. Can 1,000 bob buy you a lot more, a lot less?
A lot less.
Right.
But it's not like a global inflation phenomena.
It is, but part and parcel is also the way your government structures its interests. Your government structures is corruption, right? If you think about, and someone said, Sajid look at Kenya as a business is a very shallow opinion, but if you just base it on that shallow principle, Kenya is a business in bad debt. You don't get to bad debt without bad governance and bad decision makers and bad CEOs running the thing, right? So what decision, me, in a million of voters, could have inflated that decision to move to another president, right? You can make arguments, if you voted, you'd have convinced other people. So I've been at that point where everyone that's coming, you just now have to figure out, all right, this person's here, this person is the leader, this person is the one who sets the rules of the game. Let's try and figure out how to survive the next 4 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is, simple put. But I was told not to discourage people from voting because it's their right. It gives them hope, it gives them faith. So to support that process, I will also say, okay, fine, this time, let me try and vote. Let me see how it feels. Let me try and get invested in someone. All right? Right now, I don't have a clear candidate as to who I would vote for. It was initially Ruto because I was like, okay, at least I know Ruto, this is who he is. This is what we expect. There's no surprises. If Kalonzo stands up, do we go for Kalonzo? Does Kalonzo bring the old stuff back? Who improves the situation of Kenya? Right? Who makes my life better? Who makes things cheaper for me?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Who gives me opportunities to make more money? That's now what I'm looking at. But they never address that, right? They're addressing the common wananchi and the common struggles, which I understand you have to appeal to the masses. Right? So I'm looking at someone who will specifically speak to my business and my alignment interests. Like, who was Moff interviewed someone recently? Matiang'i.
Yes.
Matiang'i, is he going for any senior position?
I think he's angling for president also. And I was telling this to a friend of mine. He has the bad rap of when he was interior
Minister.
minister. But of the candidates, Sifuna is a very good orator, right?
I think Sifuna's a neutral base. Sifuna's been on podcasts. Sifuna understands our generation. Sifuna is someone I can sit and have a conversation with.
But does that translate to management skills or carrying a vision for a country? Or you take this other guy who's has a background in administrating things. He has pockets of success here and there, all right, where he was running a ministry, running an organization, and you can take that skill and put it in government, and then hopefully it'll bring some sort of forward movement. Then electing a guy who speaks really well, which I feel like is one of the problems of the democratic process on this side of the planet, where we elect people on the basis of not what that manifesto says or their track record, but you're elected because you make me feel nice. When this guy talks, I feel, you get what I'm saying? So I think we should also think beyond, like oratory skills, beyond the drama.
that's fine.
You remember like Rao?
Yeah.
It's a mystery if Rao would have been a good president.
So
Because he was really good with the masses, right? But I wonder if you put that as president, if it would have translated into active movement on the ground.
let's reel it back in, all right? Let's look at it from a perspective of which many people will ignore, but racial bias. All right? I'm a Mwindi in Kenya. I am subject to prejudices that have been set by other Mwindis, irregardless. All right? And it's happened in war, it's happened in politics where when things are tough, you point it towards a certain caste or a certain tribe and you say, these are the guys who are causing all the issues. Okay? It's a big unknown in Africa. From Idi Amin's days and stretched all the way till current politics, you do have political figures that say Mwindis are this and that. That's a fear. That's a very big fear. And it still seeps through. Okay. The reasons a lot of Mwindis left in the 80s and 90s. If I look at Ruto, and I look at his people around him he works with everyone. So that's a safe bet. That this is what we're getting with Ruto, but I know at least he won't throw all Mwindis out or threaten or do this. He does business with everyone. Now that's a very shallow perspective to look at, but it's a perspective that influenced me personally.
Yeah.
Now, do I go and tell everyone to vote for Ruto because of my own biases, which genuinely can affect me and my family, right? Because of my skin color. Or do I take into account the wider narrative approach that let's look at Kenya as a whole, which again can also be a very immature way to look at things, because caste, race, tribalism plays a huge fucking factor here, bro. Right? So you also have to think along those lines. That yes, things are tough, things are this way, but which would be the safest bet for me? Right? Who has addressed that to that scale? I think Boniface Mwangi did a very good job of...
You had him here, right?
Yeah, he had a very good job of addressing the Mwindi aspect and why the fear was there. Okay. For those guys who haven't watched it, go and watch that episode. He has some solid plans, by the way. Does he become
He's also running, right?
Yeah. Does he become president? I'm not sure. It's an uphill task for him. But it's something we think about, right? I mean, the fact that we are actually spending the last few minutes of the podcast talking about politics.
But I think also, president aside, we should also think about these other guys.
So in Nairobi, who then? Because we're based here, who do we go for? Who's the best option? Who's the guy that takes Nairobi and makes it fucking Singapore?
Like, that's the thing. We need to study about most of these candidates.
So
Most of these goons just get in because, they stood on a particular party. And, people, they know if I get the party nomination, I'm in. But you're just a goon, man. So, but you're voting, they call it six-piece, right? So you're voting six-piece. You're voting everyone, ODM or Jubilee or whatever, in. But the guy you're voting in as six-piece is a goon, man. Like, we need to study also these guys on the ground, like the MCA. Who's that MCA
Who's that
gonna
MCA?
be? Who's the MP gonna be, and what's his track record up all the way to governor? But how many people also do that?
Yeah, we don't.
Huh? Yeah. You got a guy in Luandeti is starting. A guy is just gonna look at the guy who comes with 50 bobs and makes the most noise and votes for that guy.
I think the safest bet for Nairobi was Miguna, but then we kicked him out because Nairobi is a very hot seat because of the money that comes with it. So maybe also Sakaja got complacent because imagine if Sonko was saying these guys are being given 50 million a day. Now after 3 years he's made his money, he's like, fuck this. I don't have to come back
this.
again. Yeah. So
do you think Sakaja is just tired?
He's tired because look at the money that it comes with. Look at how much pressure it comes from. State was wanted to manage Nairobi, bro, because of the money. So
the guy had to bring in the military to manage Nairobi.
Exactly, because everything is about money. So Karori might come in and agree to be a puppet of the state. Babu might come in and be a problem for the state, but imagine being faced with 150 million every day. Sonko was saying he was taking 150 million to State House every day.
That's what he was saying?
Yeah. It was like, this money is too much. It's too much money. It's too much. So you're like, okay, let me just make my money and just fuck off.
It's a cash grab.
It's a cash grab. Nairobi County is a fucking cash grab. There's so much that goes on in this county. the government always wants to have a candidate who's managing Nairobi for them. And that's what Sakaja played on. He's made his money, he's going to fuck off. The next year he's going to come in, he's going to be faced with so much money. They'll be like, okay, I've done my shit, let me just go. You can never have a 2-term Nairobi governor, but it can't happen. That's my hot take.
So that's a good take, you guy.
It feels hot.
I'm glad you took the mushroom, you guy.
This guy is a different man.
yeah.
Last time I was here, he wasn't giving such
He's
takes.
not carrying family baggage. That's why he has space for
He
text.
cried out all the bad texts. Now he only has hot ones.
But thank you so much, guys. This has been nice. How long have you been going on for? 2 hours 10. Only 2 hours 10.
Damn.
No, but it was a good 2 hours.
Yeah,
We
it was
should
polite.
target 4 hours next time.
Next time we
We
should
should go live next time.
next time
I
we
think
go
live is more interactive. Like people, comment.
This is our
ask
first time.
questions.
This is our first time doing 3 of us. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I think next time let's plan on going
Let's
live.
go live, you guys.
But once
reduce your standards for one podcast, my guy.
I think what we do is once we go to the studio and everything is just set up there fixed, it'll be easy to just get these configurations done.
Yeah. Then let's do it more often, bro.
I love this. I
let's
love
do
this,
it
guys.
more.
You're
You guys hang in
there.
there, my guy. Don't quit on us, my guy. We love what you're doing.
We're together. Bash.
We can actually do like when these guys come, we just do live stream.
I'd love that. I think live stream is more interactive.
I can even
The
set up
audience is
the
watching.
TV for
Can you go
everything.
live collaboratory?
So
Collaboratively.
once the live
Wonder.
uploads and then you post it, you guys are collaborate. But it takes like 6-7 hours.
But if you
Or
go
a day.
live with your channel and Kisiangani posts on his that you can join.
I think there's a way. I'm not sure.
Is there like a
So
cross?
Andrew Kibe and Mwafrika. But I think they're in different locations.
But
When
you,
was
you can
this?
you can do that
A
still.
while ago, that's
right?
what bumped Mwafrika to 100,000 subs.
Like for example, if you go
Ikonini.
you go live on like one camera, which is like one angle, you go live on your page with another angle, so it's like two angles.
But how,
But it's
does,
the same
how,
thing.
how,
the
does,
sound?
how does it pick up the sound then, Bash? Itakuwa shida.
itakuwa
the
na-
We can
sound
fix
is-
that.
But I'm sure it's possible.
But it's just like the same collaborations. When we're Kisianganis, we go live on Kisiangani. When they come over here, we do it. And
I'll tell you one of the things we could do, right?
Yeah.
You come to my pod, my studio, right? Then we go live on Coffee Pump.
That would be nice.
We don't do a lot of that here. And then
Yeah.
I come here and then with your stuff, we go live
on
on
Kisiangani.
Kissingani podcast. So that's an immediate crossover.
One request I have, whichever gods you pray to, we saw a really nice property.
Yeah.
And it was along Rafter Road next to Saints. Beautiful. By the way, if you guys know any good apartments and the budget we're looking for is between 50 to 60K,
Is it a mansionette or it's an apartment?
what do you consider that? A mansionette?
It's an uncomfortable.
Standalone?
An apartment?
It's a 2-bedroom apartment. They said 1 bedroom. I think it's 2-bedroom.
Yeah, it's technically
Is it standalone or it's in a building?
No, it's in a building.
4th floor.
But beautiful,
Okay.
quiet. This mama said, "Oh, there's someone happening." So I don't want ill will on the guy who's booked it, but I hope something happens to him.
Yeah, man. I told you we get a little doll and dunga it.
Dunga it. So then we get that place.
Okay.
Well, it'd be nice to get a coffee pump studio dedicated where we can chill, do lives.
Also
hang
think
out.
about the neighbors not interrupting you with why are you making noise. You have to think of that.
I think that's where Kolo comes in. It sounds proof.
But then also that place where it was,
It was so quiet.
it's very nice, very peaceful,
So many
quiet.
neighbors.
You're far enough away from the road, no one can sumbua you. It's genuinely like
The only problem is I saw was the stairs. So it's 4 flights up.
Which is good for
which is
getting
okay,
into
which
our
is okay.
exercise.
But then if I have someone like Richard Bell and Old Mzee
Yeah,
or
there's that.
Moses who came in who has leg issues, how do we get
Is
them
there a
up
lift?
Hakuna lift.
Yeah, that's another question.
So that's why the rent is really good. It's one of those old 80s, 90s built by those, those the original Muindi constructions.
with those,
Solid, bro.
big windows.
Compared to all the Chinese stuff we saw over here, it's just embarrassing how many properties. And we went to a Chinese property on Riverside, and went to a Chinese property on Kilimani, and went to a Chinese property on Rafter Road. 3 different Chinese property developers. Those things look the same.
I think they have the same template.
they're using the same cabinets, the same sinks, the same doors, same lights. All are the same.
Another thing before I forget,
Tell me.
if say you're not around,
Yeah.
the podcast then have to stop. You can call one of us to host your guest.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I would. You just say, Emmanuel, I'm going to be traveling to Zambia, but I need an episode on my thing to
I
run.
appreciate
So
that, bro.
come through and host. And also for you also.
Yeah.
If I'm not there, you come, you co-host with Bash.
That would be dope.
So
I'd love
that crossover thing, I see Mark G doing a lot of that.
Sasa Makjin.
Yeah, so
Makjin,
podcast and chill.
he's a big podcaster, yeah.
Yeah, he's a South
Max
African
is actually one
podcaster.
of the biggest podcasters in Africa.
In
bro.
Africa. Oh, in South Africa.
In Africa, like you can put Mark G up there, man. He's
How many subscribers does he have?
I don't know.
Is he at 2 million? He's almost at 2 million.
Yeah.
I think collaboration makes us grow.
Yeah, like let's not hog especially the share. Like if I'm not there, no podcast.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like let's use each other's skills. We keep the consistency going. We share the audience. You guys, the sky's the limit, my brother.
Appreciate that, guys.
Yeah.
So for those who have watched up until this point, if you haven't subscribed, we describe you as a hater. But Kisiangani has membership. Please sign up for their membership. They have awesome content.
From
I
Agala.
can vouch for it.
Yeah.
I love your content. I love you guys. Fazar, Collins, shout out.
Shout out.
This episode will be up for members first. So do check out our membership. Konnichiwa, bitches.
Thanks for having us.